What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We're live again, T5S2 Invitational Group Stage. We are over here in Group B with the losers. The losers 2 game. SgtCrusader went down to Beef Supreme in the semifinals. That was streamed over on AshC's channel. And so he is up again.
Weird, like
a repeat of his round 1
and everyone's like, what the
matchup against SgtCrusader for the opportunity to move to the group finals. So these players have literally already played this matchup, although, again, obviously we are on a new map layout and a new mission as well. The winner of this game will go on to play against Be Supreme if that is SgtCrusader's track. If he does end up taking this game down, then that would be the second game. He's playing against the Beef, against the Imperial Knights. Bet hasn't gone down yet. Let's grab that prediction. Oh, shoot. I did not complete the prediction from yesterday. I apologize to everybody who voted for Valdor. They lost a little bit of points there because no one voted for Techie. Actually, nobody believed in Techie, but Techie took that game down. All right, so let's get that prediction going. Chats, boom, get those tokens in. Prediction is up. Thanks everyone for joining, by the way. A little bit of Sunday slaughter. This game was a little bit of a last-minute schedule. The players had a little tough time getting the schedule in, but we found a time to do it, and I could not be more excited to watch these two play it out. So the loser of this game is going to be, unfortunately, have 2 losses. They're going to be knocked out. The winner will go on to fight Beef Supreme in the finals of the group for the opportunity to get to the elimination stage. Those 2 players are, in the blue, SgtCrusader, playing Thousand Suns, one of the 2,000 Suns players in the Invitational this season. Versus, over here, in the red, John Zoidberg, a.k.a. Flashback, a.k.a. Ian Power, rocking some Adepta Sororitas. I'm excited to see Flashback back on the table today. He's a consummate connoisseur of a variety of different armies. Today rocking some Adepta Sororitas in a really interesting list.
It really feels like it.
That we watched the other day. This list is basically... It's missing some key features that you would normally expect to see in Adepta Sororitas armies. So we watched Ian play against Devin Swan in the Losers 1 game. It was lacking things like Morvenval and Paragon Warsuits and other staples that you would normally see in Adepta Sororitas lists, and he has proven that those are not necessary for this Bringers of the Flame detachment. So describing those lists, you can find them in the chat, !lists, if you want to get access to those. Ian's, again, rocking the Bringers of the Flame detachment, as I just mentioned. He has a Dialogus with Fire and Fury, so the enhancement to give +1 attack to torrent weapons and sustained hits for other ranged weapons. A Palatine, no upgrades in the Palatine, Celestine, and the Triumph of Saint Catherine. No other epic heroes in this version of the list. We are not taking Morvenval. We are not taking the Demonofuge. A bunch of other characters being left sort of on the wayside. We're also not taking any Smash Canonesses, which is interesting as well, or Palatines. We have a 10-model Battle Sister squad, as well as 2 10-model Dominion squads, both of those with Melt-A-Guns. It'll be interesting to see where we have attached our characters over here. Looks like the Melt-A-Gun Dominions, or one of the transports is just Battle Sisters. The Melt-A-Gun Dominions, it looks like are being included inside some immolators, so we're going to be giving those a scout move. We have a 10-model Seraphim squad plus 2 5-model Seraphim squads. And interestingly, it looks like Celestine is attaching into a 5-model Seraphim squad, but not attaching into the 10-model one. The combo typically there is that Celestine gives this unit the opportunity to move forward aggressively, use the stratagem to give torrent weapons devastating wounds from Bringers of the Flame. You can fire her Heavy Flamer from her Ardent Blade, plus 8 Hand Flamers from the unit's special weapon carrying models. All of those gain devastating wounds. It's a huge volume of attacks. You're probably expecting 5 or 6 devastating wounds on a good day. which is good enough to put everybody, most units sort of down low. Then Celestine can, or the Seraphim, can you move the entire group into cover. Any potential casualties that they might take from indirect fire or from sort of cheeky Overwatch and stuff like that can be healed by Celestine, and the Seraphim make her hyper maneuverable and super duper easy to get around the table. Yep. That is not what we're doing today. We're just putting her in a 5-model unit, so just using her for the maneuverability. But as we've seen in Ian's previous games, he has played Celestine absolutely expertly, and I think that he definitely knows what's going on with this unit. We also have triple castigators, all of those taking autocannons. Ian did mention that he has used the battle cannon equipped models. These do have autocannons, so don't let them fool you. They have their rapid fire twin linked weapons instead of the ignore cover big cannons. We have 3 immolators plus a mortifier to close things out. 2 of those immolators, obviously, with the dominions in them to get that scout move and get that aggression up the table. And it looks like we also have a 5-model Dominion squad over here ready to scout up the board, and the Dialogus in with the special weapon sister squad over here. So she's going to be buffing up those heavy weapons. She has the ability to turn your miracle dice into 6s, automatic 6s. So you can use her to sort of cycle through miracle dice pretty well. And then because she has Fire and Fury, she's granting sustained hits to the Battle Sister squad. So this is a pretty common combo we've been seeing in Adeptus Sororitas more frequently. With the Triumph of St. Catherine using its aura to allow you to perform multiple acts of faith, you can potentially plug 2 of the 3 Melta weapon shots. We have a single Melta gun as well as a multi-Melta. You could plug automatic 6s for 2 of those in with the Dialogus, regardless of what your miracle pool looks like. And then those will automatically trigger sustained hits. So you're probably out of 3 shots getting at least 4 hits, if not more. Which is pretty impressive, obviously. So a cute little combo there. Basically acting like this backline kind of counterpunch unit. If you are playing too aggressively into a Sororitas army like this one, which is something that's typically punished by their dedicated melee units, things like Sister Drupentia, things like the Paragon Warsuits, those will usually be the units that will punish you if you're pushing super hard into them. In this case, we're going to be using those Melty-Gun teams to fulfill that role. They're sort of like melee units because their best range is within 6 inches of the target.
Good luck.
But with the number of combat squads we have in the list, we're mostly just sort of MSUing ourselves right up the table. Looks like SgtCrusader winning the role to go first, by the way. And we are on Scorched Earth today, chat, before we go too far. Let's set the players' objectives.
Player...
which I didn't do earlier. We are on tacticals. Men after my own heart here.
Sky moves.
Oh, yes, sorry.
So we're on Scorched Earth today. Rocking. Players able to score 5 victory points per objective that they hold. Then they have an action they can complete, the burn objective action, which can be performed. It's a full round action. Once it's completed, the objective is destroyed and removed from the table. You do score 5 victory points for that, or 10 if you manage to do so on the objective in your opponent's deployment zone, which is extremely difficult, but potentially possible.
Here we are. And I got Sabotage, which is...
So it's going to be a relatively low-scoring game. Obviously, with Scorched Earth, you do have to be destroying those objectives in order to max the objective. The Adeptus Sororitas, I think, have the greatest chance to do that because they have so many individual units, and a lot of times they are sort of T10 transport vehicles. These immolators are extremely difficult to kill, especially for their kind of purpose and points value. They're kind of like Sagittors, actually, when you think about it. They're basically the same unit. And with the number of small 5-bottle squads that they have, plus the number of resilient transports, there is the potential that Adeptus Sororitas can push super far forward. And
we're going to mark the...
I'm going to do scout moves from
Castigator over here.
Sure.
Adeptus Sororitas, I guess, maybe not.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah, cool. So in the start of the battle round as well.
Interesting. So we scout moved off of the Thousand Suns Cultists, but we didn't do it off the immolators that have
why not?
dominions in them. Immolator 1 over here is the Battle Sister Immolator, so I think that one does not move. The other 2 Immolators could move up. I guess the potential is that they would move up into line of sight. And so that would be a little dangerous. If we saw this Immolator move too far forward, there's the potential that a unit could especially the Zangor Shaman potentially, could double move up the table over here, get an angle on it, and then use the discounted
Miracle die.
indirect fire stratagem to get a line on it and potentially knock it down. It's a little dangerous. So that might be the consideration that Flashback has here, that he is in a very defensive posture right now and doesn't want to lose his transports too early. We'll see.
Big move 14, right? So just make it. I think he would not.
Siania almost broke after betting on Agent X. Oh no. Maybe there's an Ash curse. Because unfortunately, that game was unlucky for Agent X. I apologize. I apologize, Mr. Agent. Mr. X. The game versus Indicius was unfortunate.
These Dominion touches.
Sisters hard for Thousand Suns. But you gotta believe. If Thousand Suns is hard for Sisters. I think that means the matchup is kind of average. I'm actually... So speaking personally, I haven't played Thousand Suns in a bit. I know Sisters was extremely difficult for Thousand Suns previously in the Leviathan format because, or pre-Codex when in Index Sisters, because you would typically rock 1 to 2 Exorcists, and Exorcists are an absolute nightmare for Thousand Suns. I think that one of the biggest unspoken buffs to Thousand Suns was the fact that indirect fire was nerfed so heavily that most people have dropped a lot of it from their armies, and the Exorcist is one example of that. The Thousand Suns tend to be extremely frail on the table and relying very heavily on being out of line of sight and then using Temporal Surge or indirect fire to get line of sight to things that would not normally be available to them. And Exorcist being able to shoot them before they got into doing that was just an absolute nightmare. Independent characters would all just get killed. Rubric Marine squads would get knocked down to low model count, so they weren't really combat effective. You could even knock the Rubric Marine squads off of a character, so they no longer had the opportunity to get their rerolls from the Rubric Marine, the Brigadier Change ability, and that was super tough for them. Now that Exorcists are not really played very much, I actually have very little experience with how this matchup ends up on average. So I'm very curious to see how this one goes. Now, if we look at the record so far, it is hosted on tts40k.com/invitational. I saw some questions last night about where we could actually get the brackets. The brackets are hosted on tts40k.com/invitational. The first time that this was played was the first round. SgtCrusader won that game 92-39. I think a lot of these, the games in Pride and Nexus tend to be a little swingy, because oftentimes the objectives are so difficult, there's very few ways to get back if you are down low. So I think one of it was probably the case that that game ended up being sort of Thousand Suns' favor at the beginning, and then either being a talk out or a concession, because obviously the invitational, the final scores do not matter for the invitational, only the win-loss record. So we'll see if that occurs again, I guess, is the big question.
Cool. And that's
Tanks can still be rough. The specific list but it doesn't punish Thousand Suns as much. And going first is great. Yeah, going first is amazing. You get the opportunity to push the cultists up into a relevant position. It looks like we're not really doing that right now. One thing that you can often do, and I'm actually a little surprised that we're not being a little bit more aggressive, especially if you have good secondaries on turn one. It doesn't look like we do. Sabotage, March for Death are the two draws. I wonder if we're just going to be sabotaging with a unit sitting outside the deployment zone here and hoping for the best. This is an aggressive position for this Rubric unit, but I wonder if they're going to see a Temporal Surge to try to get into this pocket. You can often just yeet the cultist at your opponent. The cultist on a 2+ will generate a command point when they're destroyed. So you can scout move them 6 inches forward before you draw your cards, then advance them 6 inches forward, then temporal surge them 6 inches forward. Unfortunately, you can no longer do that multiple times, which was pretty sweet in the Leviathan season. But you could plug the cultist unit basically along this line and prevent all these vehicles from moving out into the open. And that sort of steals a turn of momentum from your opponent. They kill the cultists, obviously, and you get a command point out of it anyway. Because we're probably ditching March for Death this turn and just trying to score sabotage, I think that it's probably not going to be what happens here. But that, especially against a vehicle-heavy army like the one that Flashback has, that's a way to allow yourself a more aggressive position with your really, really fragile Thousand Suns units, while preventing your opponent from getting line of sight to those units by physically body blocking them with your scouts, which is a huge deal.
Well, that's one of them.
I guess that's probably we're playing a little bit of a cagier game here for SgtCrusader. The downside for him in this match this board layout, so we are on map 4. We are on Conveyance today. Is this layout, and for whatever reason, we've watched this layout several times over the last couple of streams. This map is extremely ranged favored. This is one of the maps that I think is sort of very designed towards or oriented towards team play, and is trying to give this open sort of no man's land in the middle of the table with very little to protect the players' armies, and that's going to be in there and just open up this huge engagement range that guns have across the middle. If you're not extremely fast, then you have to take a turn basically standing in the center, out in the open, or at least in one of these ruins where potentially line of sight can get to you before you're able to get to grips with your opponent. And I think that the goal of this is to give those ranged armies a little bit of a nudge up, because many of the layouts in Pariah Nexus are very melee focused. They're extremely tight. So because we have so many
bit too close.
we have so many layouts in this new format, each of them has a very distinct role to buff or incentivize a different method of play.
So the green squad, groovy. That's what we do. And then onto the shooting phase. We don't have the red dice currently in my cabal points. Oh. And we're just going to spend 5 on a double move for the green squad.
Sure.
Yeah, here's that double move into the defended position here. Still think there is going to be some line of sight, especially because this is Bringers of Flame, so everything's going to get...
and then they're going to be...
Everything's going to get the opportunity to advance and shoot.
Sabotage, I guess.
So I'm a little worried about these Rubric Marines
and then,
and their abilities to survive, although we do have an Exalted Sorcerer standing in the back here, so that one can potentially counter-hit whatever is pushing up the table.
So Magnus is just going to free strat the plus 3 inches of range. We're going to try and shoot the Immolator. Sorry, I think I put him. The intention is to see with the sticks.
Sure.
I realized that the buildings overlap slightly. There we go. So shooting the Immolator, I'm going to spend the free strat. I'm going to keep my CP, not going to use it for the rerolls. I'm just going to go. See.
I'll Armor of Contempt it.
Sure. 3 shots. 1 and 2. And that's a miss. Okay, I'll have sustained hits, right? Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. T10, right?
Yep.
Yep, so that's just 9 devs on the...
Holy shit. What a roll.
The other one.
I hope my Magnus is sitting behind me on my shelf right now. I hope he's watching these other Magnuses roll.
Shots.
Because every time a Magnus is fired, it's his Big Gaze of Magnus in an Invitational game. It's absolutely cooked.
2s and 5s, I'm guessing.
I'm going to... Hey, Magnus, you're watching this, buddy? I'm going to need you to roll like this guy does and just one-tap tanks with no problem, because my Magnus always misses.
Can make any of the devs, so it does.
Oof, that was huge.
4 on the Miracle Dice.
Who needs ranged combat if everyone has jetpacks and swords? 100%. We have that cool Lancer. There's a Lancer, maybe a Vindicator. A little Vindicator action, maybe a little Ball Predator going on. So one Immolator down already. Very little that can engage with these sisters, though, so they're going to get a little bit of extra sort of deployment distance out of it.
There, you didn't line up anything else to shoot, so yeah. Goes over there. 5 dice. One dies.
Sure. And it's your turn.
Okay.
I didn't expect to get it, to be honest. That was
You
fucking
spiked a
crazy.
bunch of dev wounds on it, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get another 2 on miracle dice.
Easy game. That does put Magnus a little in the crosshairs, though. Although I wonder if
And we are good to start.
SgtCrusader's okay with the shooting going to Magnus. Not that there's much else to shoot at, to be fair, this turn. But the battle cannon, or the auto cannons, I guess could get line of sight to him. Although they're probably shooting into cover. I guess it's kind of unlikely that the immolators will get a shot to strip cover off of him. Although they have advance and shoot with heavy bolters and multi-meltas, so they actually could strip cover from him. So they're wounding him on 5s with rerolls, but likely not getting their twin or their rapid fire, at least on all of the castigators. So that is, I don't know, feels a little aggressive. But that does mean that that's a castigator not going into these rubric brains over here. I think the rubric brains are probably going to get knocked out by the immolator, though.
Sorry.
It's the SgtCrusader.
Sure, you forgot.
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Cards are probably good, huh?
Yeah.
Assassination and cleanse. Okay.
Right.
Assassination and cleanse. Assassination, not a good job, but cleanse is very nice to get out of the way or early game here. We have easy performance of 2 actions on these 2 center objectives.
They'll walk onto the middle. So.
And a nice assassination to ditch for a CP. Actually, pretty... I'm sure Ian is pretty happy with that draw. And it looks like SgtCrusader is, if these are his Cabal points, which I kind of imagine that they are, I think he's holding up Cabal points for Weavers of Fate. So there is the potential that if Magnus does get shot on, he could be floating 1 to 2 Weavers of Fate. Now, we didn't actually talk about SgtCrusader's list, actually. Let's dive into that real quick while we're going through the Adeptus Sororitas movement phase here.
And
We just dived right in with that pretty spicy turn 1. Just ripping a tank off the table. Must be nice. We've got Ahriman on a disc. Curious to see whether Ahriman is attached to a unit, because that's kind of a controversial decision point right now.
2 CP. Did you spend for armor consent?
where even is the CP? Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he would be at... He would have gained 2 and spent 1. Yes, he should be at 1. So it looks like Ahriman is with a 10 brick of rubrics here. So it is battle Ahriman. He's ready to come fight. Very expensive unit, but the +1 to wound on the flamers basically allows you, especially alongside Twist of Fate, for free from Ahriman. It gives you like a free roll once per game. You can bring those guys off the table edge, or you can rapid ingress them for a command point, and you get to kill one of anything. They'll chip a ton of damage into a knight. They'll kill a land raider. Anything touching an objective is extremely in extreme danger. Although you are paying almost 400 points to that unit. We have an Exalted Sorcerer with Unbelief for Crystal and a Disc Exalted Sorcerer, plus a single Infernal Master with Arcane Vortex and a Demon Prince, plus 2 Zangor Shamans. Looks like we've got 1 Zangor Shaman all on his lonesome over here on the side. The other Zangor Shaman, it looks like, is actually attached into the Enlightened unit, which is really interesting. You don't often see that, but he does... he does give them +1 to hit, which is kind of nice, I guess. They actually act as a little bit of a... Or they can act as a little bit of a...
Well, it's dead.
Of a unit that can sort of move aggressively. Wow, okay. So...
6.
This is extremely aggressive over here. The Immolator moved up, disembarked a Dominion squad, which got Overwatched and killed. What? What?
We'll just push 2.
That's so aggressive. What are we doing over here? That's crazy.
Squads.
So that's an entire Melta team just ripped off the table here. Man, SgtCrusader is just dissecting these sisters right now. I'm so surprised that we saw that move so aggressively. I guess maybe what Ian does not want to do is push this Castigator too far forward and get it killed by all these Rubric Marines too early before it's able to get its work done. Especially because it... I don't believe it has line of sight currently.
Yep.
There is...
Deployment zone.
We might have actually blocked our true line of sight. There is a... an actual immolator in the way. Although the immolator may not block the bottom line of sight here because of the treads. Good old true line of sight, chat. But I'm surprised that we disembarked that unit at all, to be fair. That was surprising. Because I don't believe that there's any other Overwatches that it really representing. So it's not like we baited out an Overwatch. We just got to do it.
There's a Battle Sisters in the middle doing cleanse.
Clock should be on red, yeah. Good call out, chat.
Units to advance or fall back are eligible for actions. Excellent. So I'm actually allowed to do all cleanse with the Dominions as well.
Got to use up their command points. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the case, but I don't know if you want to use up their command points losing Melta teams. Those guys are pretty valuable, especially if you're shooting at Magnus.
Can advance and do
An interesting thing about Meltas, by the way, chat, if you are in Melta range shooting at the Thousand Suns, and they use the stratagem to zero out your damage, which they can do again with Kabbalistic Rituals now, thanks to the June update.
Immolator 3 is going.
The zero damage actually does not block the Melta damage. That still goes through. So interestingly, we also have continuing to talk about SgtCrusader's list. This is actually a very unique Thousand Suns list. He's racking 2 10-man bricks of Rubric Marines. These are actually really rare right now because most people believe that Rubric Marines will sort of overkill most of the things that they're shooting at. So you only need 5 of them in most situations, especially 5 plus a character. The 10 metal bricks give you obviously a lot more punching power. You can punch up into a lot of more dangerous enemies. So we have the Flamer brick that we talked about with Ahriman. The second unit, I believe, is attached to the Infernal Master. Yeah, he's going to be jumping into that Inferno Bolt Gun Squad. So he gives them the ability, he gives them sustained hits. Those are bolt gun equipped Rubric Marines, so they could use Ensorcelled Infusion to turn their weapons into psychic weapons and get all the benefits that Thousand Suns would normally get. Potential rerolls on them, plus with a hit and wound from Magnus, with devastating wounds from the detachment ability. So that unit can put out some serious damage, although again, it is very expensive.
What's that?
We then have 2 5-model bricks of Rubric Marines that we see down in the corner here that are just going to be sort of fighting over this objective. The Cultist unit in the middle that we talked about, as well as 2 Zangor Enlightened units. I don't know if I mentioned the Demon Prince, but there is a Demon Prince here.
Fair enough.
Interestingly, we don't have an we don't have a Lord of Forbidden Lore.
Take this model out, the Flamer, then you can't see the Castigator on.
So there is no way to...
I'll just take the Flamer out, and then we don't need to have this debate.
There is no way to duplicate Kabbalistic Rituals. We're just going to be locked into the single Kabbalistic Ritual.
Unfortunate.
The Demon Prince is an interesting inclusion here. He not only does he make Magnus slightly harder to kill, as long as he is within 6 inches with his stealth aura, but he also can protect these huge bricks of Rubric Marines. So one of the reasons that we are focusing so heavily on these big bricks is that getting stealth on sort of maybe potentially up to 22 models, that actually does make those units significantly harder to kill. And I believe that the Thousand Suns Demon Prince can also pop precision onto bolt gun units. So you can potentially, in very niche situations, you can precision the Rubric squad, and you can knock out characters before they get there.
You score...
Yeah, so it looks like the... I think there was one model that the Castigator could see. It looks like the Immolator killed it. And now the Castigator doesn't have line of sight.
Good for CP.
Bit of a miss from Adeptus Sororitas here. They did score their secondaries. We only cleansed 1 objective. Well, maybe we had to advance to get to the second objective, potentially.
Yeah.
That would obviously block the cleanse.
Okay, assassinate.
Although, no, it wouldn't, because you can advance and perform actions. Oh, with battle line only, so not the Dominions. Moving over, we're back to Thousand Suns. SgtCrusader with Assassination and Cleanse on this turn. Assassination may be a little bit tough to get, although it is possible with the Dogmata, or the Dialogus, excuse me, in the corner. A little difficult, however. If we push a Sorcerer super far, get Warp Sight on that unit, and then just like sort of rip them off the table with Magnus or with some of the other psychic weapons, you could maybe kill that model and get the assassination. Cleanse is another nice one. As this unit survived largely, this unit living is a big deal because they're just going to hold down the objective and score Sergeant Crusader that extra 5 primary.
And, devastating wounds. Just not be able to do anything else.
I'll be plus two to move and reroll ones.
Mhm. Do we want to pick these guys up? I don't think so. These guys here can now touch that and do cleanse as well. It's nice. These guys could do cleanse. It's nice. 9 inches is here. Sure. So yeah. Now that field is pretty well screened. These cultists need to go and do that. You don't like to do assassinate. But the only characters you have are
On the boards, the Triumph and the Palalogus.
yeah, this here. Yeah. If we want to do that, we could double move, Doom Bolt, indirect, right? Go on the CP for that, yes. Is it worth it? That's a completely different question. Oh, these guys could shoot as well. Could do a number on them anyway. Okay. And then that means these guys need to come and touch this objective. Which is okay, I think. Sure. What's it? Nice. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I think this Demon Prince moves. Let's move the cultist first. So we want them to do the action. 8. Hey, don't get so excited, cultists. Ah! You stay back. There. Demon Prince is going to move forward as well. 9 inches. I don't think he can touch the objective. He's just out. That's fine. What else? Actually, I'm going to leave a couple of idiots here because it's all the same to me. As much as yeah, 40. Yeah. That'd be that. Cool. These guys here are going to move 5 inches, whatever that looks like. 5 and... Oh no, he can't do that. There we go. 5. Is that better than... That for sure is worse. For sure it is worse. Unless I can see option. Oh, let's think about that. If I move Magnus here, these guys can now move 7. That get them on the objective. Could shoot that. Get +1 to wound. There'd be a lot of drama in my house, but that would probably work. So let's put him here. And that would be, these ladies move 18 and shoot 12, correct?
Delicious free rotation.
Well, 35 is more than the range for them. This, just want to kill them. I don't really want to do that. Fine. And these guys are 6 away now. Yeah, perfect. So these guys now move 7. There we are. We're just going to put this. Cool. Infernal Master needs to go and kill some Dominions, so be it. What's the actual?
Oh, aggressive move here. Holy crap.
Crayons, come out.
So the Infernal Master is pushing forward to clip out the Dominion Squad to knock down
Yeah, so it's this. I need to.
Ian's control of that objective, but that opens him up to getting hit by the Immolator and the Castigator and potentially even the Seraphim Squad.
Super short.
Obviously, the infantry are going to be a little dangerous to engage into this unit because the Overwatch from the Infernal Masters could potentially be really disastrous. That said, the two vehicles, because there's no way for the unit to get pulled out of line of sight, are going to hammer them. That's very dangerous, especially once the Immolator removes cover, which is the big defense that this unit has. The Demon Prince is not in range to protect them, so that could be a lot of bolt guns knocked down. And once the bolt guns start getting knocked out of these big rubric units, that unit gets significantly less dangerous. I think Ian is extremely happy with this trade, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Leave the Exalted Sorcerer with the job, which is not ideal. Is that what I want to do with my Exalted Sorcerer? Not really. He's just going to come here, but they're both going to be 1 inch off the wall, because I think you've got Celestine flying about, right? So.
Yeah, we could see a rapid ingress this turn, actually.
Yes.
Celestine getting stuck into this squad after an ingress could be absolutely insane, too. Although, to be fair, Thousand Suns have good counterplay to rapid ingress, so we'll see if they end up sort of pushing that far.
That's complete.
If Celestine, deep strike sort of this position, there's a potential that the Infernal Master could double move and then get a line of sight to her and knock her unit down, which would be unfortunate.
What do we have in the basket?
Although, it's unlikely they kill her herself, so it might be okay.
Sorry, step away and back.
So we have a free strat, we have a Doom Bolt, and we have a double move. All the things I want in life.
I kind of like this method of tracking the Kabbalistic rituals. You use different colored dice for each different colored unit.
Oh no, let's scream to death. Just check with this guy. 9. And this guy. 9. And there's some cultists here. Oh, and that's 9 as well. Yeah, perfect. So all this side of the board is screened out, which is good news for me. Yeah, so go on to the shooting phase. We're not gonna.
At the end of your movement phase, I'm gonna rapid ingress.
Yeah, cool.
So we are going to drop her in. Oh, excuse me, chat. I thought she was with a unit. Apparently that's separate. No, she's going to be by herself. Ooh, spicy. Okay.
This person.
So you have to make sure that this unit can't be seen by this Infernal Master once it pushes in. Because if the Infernal Master could knock Celestine... You have to watch out for the wall there, I think.
I'm back to you.
Oh, so you drop to 1, yeah?
Just watch out for the wall here.
On it. Sorry, I'll just swap the spots. Silly.
Because if that Infernal Master gets line of sight and knocks her, and then she respawns in the Thousand Suns shooting phase,
Sure.
if she moves to attack,
So
there's a non-zero chance
first thing we're going to
she gets
is
overwatched and killed. Although, to be fair, she's extremely tanky
gonna be from the
because she does have that 2+ save and a 4+ vulnerable save. Got down to a 1+ save and cover. So it might not be the play. But as it stands, because these guys can't see through this wall if they don't double move, which it looks like we're using our Temporal Surge over here instead to push forward and get a Warp Sight onto the Dialogus unit to try to score that assassination. That means that the Celestine could now just move to this side of this wall, either kill both of these sorcerers, or try to Epic Challenge and kill the Infernal Master here. And if she kills the Infernal Master, this unit becomes significantly less powerful. And that's the Arcane Vortex model. If he goes down, that's a huge piece of technology that the Thousand Suns have access to that they'll lose.
this guy could move here.
It's gonna be spicy, chat. This coming round is gonna be incredibly spicy.
Right.
We're gonna see if this aggressive play out of the sisters is worthwhile.
Green squad's going to Doom Bolt the red squad.
A Doom Bolt.
Doom Bolt doesn't trigger any reactive things, correct? 'Cause I think you can shoot back if I shoot you. Is that correct?
I cannot.
You cannot. Okay. So Doom Bolt the red squad. For 4. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that the goal is to score
So it's 4 ladies dead.
assassination. So we're really focused on the assassination kill here.
Cool. Okay.
Do they have a field note pane there?
No, he didn't trigger it this turn. No.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And then 6 for magnets for a free strap.
It is illegal not to roll your field note panes, by the way, chat.
We'll start with the
You're not allowed to. Just say you don't want to do it.
everything onto the. What do we want to wait? I should probably want to wait. But let's just start with the easy thing. Green squad's going to fire onto the whatever they're called.
Yeah, so there's the opportunity here, the potential, depending on how the dice go, that we knock out one of the characters with this shot.
So
It is a Palatine and a Dialogus.
the flamer is going to go to.
And if one of them dies, you don't necessarily have to warp sight the other one. The other one's less powerful, obviously, once the unit's killed.
So the flamer onto. Let's do the objective first. So the lady's in the middle of the objective. Sorry, and cleanse. Need to declare it. Oh no, it's shooting phase. I can do it with the cop. It's fine. 3, and these are wounding on 3s. Rolling. 3 saves on the ladies in the center. The battle sisters in the center, please.
Okay.
Cool. AP 1, so it takes 2. So 2 die.
I'm on it.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we're gonna do the flamer onto the red sisters that were there with the Dialogus. So D6 shots. 4, and then reroll into wound because you're touching an objective. So 3 saves, AP 1 on that unit.
Good.
Yep. And then we've got chain cannon. These miss. And then these are 1 dev. And so this dev will come to the end. 3 saves, please. AP 1. Doesn't no cover. Sure, you're fine. And then we've got the plasma pistol. I guess. Do I want to do a plasma?
Yeah, the last flamer can't see there, so
Smites first. Both.
the whole target unit will gain cover from the attackers, outside of the flamers, obviously.
Classic. And then we've got the plasma pistol.
Oh, and that's a plasma pistol on the sorcerer, not a
So just one devastating kills the. I think just kills the.
hand flamer. Interesting.
Cool.
It's good if you have other hazardous weapons attached to the unit,
Underwhelming.
but the hand flamer is so strong on those guys.
And now we need to pick one of them too. It's almost like the worst case. Which one has a better defensive profile, or you don't care?
I think they're more or less equal. The Palatine might be slightly tougher.
Yeah, Palatine's an extra wound,
It's him.
which is weird because the Dialogus is physically larger. It's kind of strange that the Palatine is the tougher one.
This is awkward AF. That's
Palatine has
cool.
1 more wound.
Yeah. So we'll. And they don't have a fill no pain, either of them, right?
Nope.
And they have a relic or something that matters here.
Nope. Does not matter.
So I think we're going to, and the Palatine is pretty good in combat, right? I think in melee compared to the Dialogus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to pick one. This lady, because she's within range of the, I guess both are. Oh no, it's 6 inches or 9 inches the range.
6, but I don't have anything that affects them here.
You don't have anything that affects them. Okay, so you could just use 1 miracle dice, which is 1/6. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, cool. I think we'll go for the Dialogus because it's 1 shot from the big gun from Magnus. Or do I want the rerolls here? Worst case, could spend 2 CP, and then 1 to extend the range. Ugh. Okay, fine, sure. I'll spend the 2 CP, and we'll target the Palatine with the free strike, the indirect.
Nope.
What else? So these guys here don't want to shoot at this. Well, let's try, right? Because 2 dead sisters matters. So let's start with the heavy stubber. Oh, if they shoot, they can't do the action, and we said the demon prince can't make it onto the objective. So let's not do that just yet. Let's shoot them with the demon prince first. So 6 shots. They all hit. Winning on 3s. 4 saves. AP 1, damage 2.
On the battle system in the middle.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Pass 2, fail 1. And then I'll just sub a 4 on the last one to
Cool. Yep. And then we'll fire the cultists. So
That's so awkward.
the cultists will fire
Yeah.
stubber first.
So you're electing to not do the action in the middle.
Yeah, I won't declare the action in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, the cultists not being battle line units are only objective control 1 here.
Which is
So a single cultist is not beating out that battle sister for the center objective. So the battle sister is currently blocking cleanse from being completed, assuming that the demon prince can't touch the objective, which it sounds like they said. So good use of a miracle dice there. Just literally cost 1,000 suns 2 points.
5.
Obviously, Magnus could maybe turn a gun around and try to kill her, but that's a big expenditure. I wonder if there's a Fate Caster Great Bow shot in here, but I guess not. These guys are hiding.
Then the grenade launcher. This would be pretty funny. Misses, and then there's going to be 7 rifle shots.
The other benefit, though, is that if the cultists kill this model, SgtCrusader gains a CP.
Force. 1 save, please. 1 more. Just roll a 2.
And they live.
That was pretty.
It's funny that cultists can gain CP when they kill people, but that is almost never triggered.
Going to.
It's good against Tyranids if they have Spore Mines. It's about the only time.
I guess. Oh, we could have charge you. We can charge you still. Actually, so that's maybe okay. Sure. Infernal Master is going to shoot at the.
It's an aggressive push there with the Demon Prince in the center.
So we'll just.
There is a sister squad here, but that's just a Dominion team. If we had a Melta team over there, that guy would probably go down.
Re-rolling everything. We're winning you on 2s anyway. Do I want devs here? AP2 cover. We'll just look for devs. Sure. So the one's gonna turn into a 6 because I've got nothing else. So there's 4 sets of devastating and 5 saves. AP2.
Cool.
That was a terrible roll.
So that's them.
I'd like to take a moment to appreciate how absolute dog shit that roll is that Flashback just rolled.
Yes. Yeah. The chain cannon was gonna shoot as well, but nope, we're good. And then what else?
That would have been a big failed hazardous chair because it probably means that there is a chance,
Shoot.
outside of Miracle Dice usage, obviously, that if Celestine gets into that unit, she does not kill the Infernal Master. Infernal Masters are sort of notoriously difficult to take down because they can, a Glimpse of Eternity, one of their saving throws, they can 0 damage a saving throw, they can Weaver a Fate of saving throw, and they can CP reroll a saving throw, and they, could naturally pass saving throws as well. And with the ability to now do a lot of that stuff after you roll the dice, especially the rerolls.
Little gun. 1, so I'm already getting covered.
Infernal Masters are really sticky to get rid of. That said, so if he failed a hazardous there, Celestine could just cut him in half with one set of devastating. But now she needs 2, which we let's take a look at do we have a miracle pool here? Here we go. We do have a lot of 6s, so one of them is almost guaranteed. But obviously, she can only perform 1 active faith where she is currently. So we probably don't get the opportunity to do the automatic kill.
2 dev, then I'm just dead. It's damage.
No, it's one dev of 2 damage.
So
You've got 3 saves to make, so you can make 2 at a time if you want. You can spend a CP later. It's damage 2, so sure.
pass them both. So not die here then. Pass the last one.
Sure, nice. So down to 2, and then big gun onto the immolator, and
Oh no! And
The immolator, I believe, if you allow, I believe the immolator is where I would have to use damage.
is what, sorry?
I wasn't even. I was sorry. My brain was just lagging. I was saying I probably should use armor contempt on the immolator.
Yeah, go for it if you want. That's cool.
Magnus flubbed on the Palatine and didn't kill him. Or didn't kill her. That's huge. Does Assassination get blanked here, chat? I don't think there's any really... There's no other
Rerolled. Yeah, so 2
possibility to score it. So we burned Warp Sight, we gave away this Rubric unit, and we fired Magnus into her, and she didn't die?
So it lives with 2.
At least the Melta team over there did go down, so that whole combo's been turned off.
We're gonna
But that's
to extend the range of the magic weapon.
that's so big.
Warp Smite and the other guy be...
Okay, we're gonna burn the last CP to try to get the Exalted Sorcerer's Gun to kill her. Oh my god, this probably does it. But a 3 CP
So let's start.
and multiple unit activation investment here is so big.
1 shot. Cool.
That's the Magnus we know and love. Yeah, left the Immolator alive as well, but it might go down to the Soul Reaper cannon here.
That's pretty nice. 1 death so far. So.
Sure.
And then the other guy with 2 smites hits once and dev. So she's dead. Exactly.
Okay. She does go down to the other attacks, but that burned the entire command point store
Let's go here. So,
in order to score that 5 points, and Cleanse got blocked.
and,
Still a lot of damage coming from the Thousand Suns this turn, but Ian has to be happy with that resolution.
and just re-rolling ones, and that's going to be on 60, so 2 saves.
Especially if this charge fails and the Battle Sister doesn't run away, which with a bunch of 6s in the Miracle Pool, it could certainly happen. Ian,
The 6.
or Ian's, I guess is guaranteed a 10 victory point score here, but
Hit.
could potentially maintain control of that objective again for another turn too.
Blow up.
It's fine.
That's so big.
It does.
Oh, and the Immolator detonates.
Yes.
It's gonna hit the Castigator for a little bit, but more importantly, it's probably gonna knock a Rubric here.
1 for the green guys.
And let's see what's happening.
4.
2, so.
It's 2, right? So
2 on green, and then
Oh,
is
2 on
anyone
green,
else in range. Magnus is not, or not, so that's it.
cool. Your castigator took 1 shot.
Yep, killed a Rubric,
So killed that, done this, done that.
and that's Overwatch threat that we're getting rid of.
God, could we actually charge the cultists into the battle system? That'd be really funny. The problem is that they are the reason I'm screening, but actually these guys don't need to move. But they'd screen a lot of the board. That'd be very funny.
I kind of like the Deathcore of Krieg models as cultists here. I actually had similar models. I found like a Zinch cultist
Shenanigans we need.
print online for my Thousand Suns cultists, but I replaced them with skeletons because they're all Egyptian themed, which I was very happy with.
Let's charge the cultists onto the battle sister. They didn't advance, right? 6. So some people need to get base to base. Some people just need to get closer. This guy starts to get closer, and we can fight. And then I want to keep the coherency thing going. It's going to be what 2 inches is there. 1.5. This guy moves. What did I roll? 4.5. He moved. I roll a 6. Okay, so can move a little bit more. So it looks something like this. I'm still streaming that, screening that rather. And the question is, do I want to go with the Demon Prince? And the answer is probably hard no. So let's just do that. So these guys pile in. Cool. This and this guy needs to come in to be here. Yes, a bit further away if you can. And then just string along, baby. Is that 2.1? Sorry. There we go. And I think that's it. So, yeah, just what we got here. 8 attacks. Whatever, 5 hit, cool. Better than Magnus, and that's going to be your T3, so 3 saves. Your armor save, yeah.
good, and we'll pass it.
Nice. Cool. You can push me back.
This is one attack. It's wounds.
Sure. Saves. Oh my god.
Cool.
Cultist, what are you doing? Okay. Yep. So I'll just discard whatever cleanse for CP, and I'll take 5 for assassin. And over to you. You take 10 as well,
Do indeed.
and some cards before you forget.
Let's see.
So assassination scored out, but no cleanse. And this battle sister
Down.
remains alive, which is extremely funny. Containment, Bring It Down is the draw today. Bring It Down, not too bad, actually. If there was a turn to draw Bring It Down, this might be it, because you could go all in on this Demon Prince and try to knock him down. He is a little tough,
Yeah.
but with the number of multi-meltas and potentially devastating Wound Flamers that we have available, it could be okay here.
Start turn miracle dice. 5. We seem not objectives, so that. Let's start moves.
Should be on 2 CP now. Is that discarded card, right? Oh, sorry. Timer. Oopsie, oopsie. Why is that one there? Hello.
Inches to there. Give me a 6-inch charm.
It's actually kind of nice, I think, for
Bye-bye, T-Sons.
Let's attempt to follow this battle sister back.
SgtCrusader that he, or for Ian, that Crusader drew this assassination so early.
Walk out.
The
Dominions are.
now Ian can play way more aggressively with his characters, and obviously he has like taken so much from his opponent to actually score that assassination that it was 5 points. Victory points are good, but it was a lot of resources to kill it. We're opening ourselves up for a pretty terrifying Overwatch here.
Celestine's just gonna
Is this happening right now?
place it in failable range.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and
No Overwatch?
we'll advance my Seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
5-man, 5-girl.
I guess it's unlikely you actually kill Celestine because of the Philo Pain,
Not, so they're just
but that's so interesting. And these are bolter-equipped rubrics, we can't forget, but they do have sustained hits.
like so.
Mhm.
Immolator 2, which is ish. Let's go ahead and advance Immolator 2. 14 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and advance the Castigator. Castigator needs to be at least 4 inches. Let's see. It's just against the board edge. I'm just gonna see how far I.
Yeah, here comes all these
Do?
Sure.
here comes all these attacks into this Infernal Master Squad. I think this Rubric Squad's going to get laid low. Now, we have to keep in mind, chat, don't forget, there is an Aramond-led 10-model Rubric Squad in reserve right now, which we may see Rapid Ingress this turn onto whichever flank SgtCrusader wants to counterpunch. If these guys touch this objective, Aramond's unit gets so much more dangerous. Well, although Celestine's gonna screen it out, we could see Aramond sort of drop at the back over here and then double move into position to attack those guys. That might be a little bit long range, though, to be fair. The other benefit you get for Rapid Ingressing that guy is that he gets the opportunity to... he starts generating you Cabal points the turn that he comes back on.
Seraphim. Tank is good. These rubrics are on the objective, yeah? Okay, so is Magnus, so it's not like just cleaning that objective off.
Remember, it needs to be outside your deployment zone, so you need to do it right here. Sure.
Dialogue is sort of step here.
Yeah, of course.
So the question is whether Flashback is going to try to go for this Demon Prince. I guess it looks like he's not. It looks like he's going to try to take this top flank and push onto Crusader's home objective, which is actually not holding right now.
Probably.
Which I believe that, is going to cost him some points. That's so interesting. There's just nothing on that objective.
9 inches is like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's like really.
Yeah, they can just be slightly further this way.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Fair enough.
You knew your cards and you knew your things.
I think Bring It Down is going to become a CP, so
Yeah, I guess we're not going for it.
to turn into anything fun. Super unlikely to kill Magnus. And this is still turn 2, so you wouldn't be rapid ingress in my deployment zone. So
I can't rapid ingress here, but I can deep strike there. I can reserve our man there.
yeah, I'm just trying to decide if I need to go, but worry about going back and screening and if not.
Yeah, the danger is that Sergeant Crusader can just drop them there normally.
Triumph shouldn't be on the starting piece just in case. Just getting laser beam positioned here, so just. Is there a way that's where she's.
You're trying to be off this one.
Or is she too fat?
I think she might be a little bit too fat. Because your base.
Yeah, I think she might be also.
You could be there, but then that's not.
I think I'm just gonna keep her behind the wall. Actually, if that's fine. If that's okay. I don't want to just sackfly the Triumph to kill fucking bricks. That seems like a case.
Yeah, that's.
I was interested. I was gonna push a little more aggressively on this flank, but I think I'm actually just gonna pull backwards. Let the Dialogus sit here and die.
Do the mission, sure.
Yeah, I think we'll move
Make
this
sure you
Cascader
screen
back
your shit.
also.
Yeah, sure.
Preserve my tanks. Make it so that you have to move more aggressively at me, if nothing else. What did I say? I was in this turn. Roll once to wound and.
+1 to hit or +1 to move or something. Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, it's
the
I
move
believe
on that.
move and wound. So.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead. Push this guy forward. Shot by. And you can already see the rubrics on that. So. Cool. I've got 2 castigators lined up on those rubrics, it looks like.
Yep.
2 castigators lined up on the rubrics, Dialogus doing action, Seraphim doing action, and everyone else getting T off. So.
Sure.
Infernal Master Squad over there.
I might rapid
Shut
ingress
off all
here.
this garbage.
So I'll
Sure.
spend this.
Pass time,
I
dude.
might, yeah. I'm gonna check.
Yeah, I guess actually the danger here
Is-
that we could have see Celestine sort of jump into is that a rapid ingress could potentially overwatch against her charge.
So
And Ahriman's unit has such a volume
take my dump
that the
because there's too much shit going on right now. My brain can't cope at this time.
that the Celestine might actually go down to that, which would be kind of a disaster.
I could get some Space Marines here. Obviously, I'd get shot, but not really, actually, just a heavy bolter. And I could get 2 rows of...
Yeah, that's a really good move, actually. I'm shocked Celestine didn't jump behind this wall.
See what it looks like.
It's definitely what I was expecting, because I think the Overwatch threat is so dangerous.
So 1 Space Marine here, 1 Space Marine here. Can he, if he deploys there, can he still touch 11.3?
Especially because Ian's Miracle Pool is strong enough that he
a little bit further forward. Let me go.
can guarantee the charge through that ruin without really needing to worry about it.
Building.
It would probably cost him quite a few Miracle Dice, but
Let's see, he's got 18-inch range.
almost certainly worth it to block the Overwatch.
Smite can also go there.
So here's the question now, right? If you place in line of sight of the Castigator, which you kind of we might not have to, but if the unit has to jump in line of sight of the Castigator, do you redirect and just start
And that's 70.
plowing shots into these guys? I think you do, right?
Yeah. And then this guy, his...
Once the Bolter unit is engaged, it's significantly less exciting. But I think that the Castigator probably can't see that unit. I wonder if the other Castigator had pushed forward, I think it could have, but... Oh, maybe not. There's a ruin here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's big.
Those guys.
Will cost 2 CP from SgtCrusader, but has the potential to knock Celestine out before she makes contact. Weird interaction there, though, because she can respawn at the end of the charge phase, and she has to have successfully charged in order to be overwatched. If she dies to the Overwatch, she still will have successfully charged.
Actually, we'll shoot the uninjured one first.
You need to shoot this one first, yeah. You need to shoot-
Tighter line of sight, not shooting the Hunter Killer, heavy bolters.
Sure.
2 miss to explode.
No,
7 saves,
Cool.
AP1.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's it. There's one left. I'll just take them off. Don't worry. It's good.
Cool.
And I'll delete one of the green dice because the other green dice are the Exalted Sorcerer on disc.
Sure.
Just so they're not in the game anymore. Guess they're not.
Alright, that's that side. Going over to the other side. We will shoot the Infernal Master's peeking out so you can't hide, so we'll shoot the Immolator first.
Yeah, you can shoot every one of them. Yeah. It's just gonna be dead guys at the back. Yeah. And that Immolator is still full of people, correct? That's the number 2.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
We'll shoot the Hunter Killer first.
Yeah.
Line on this one. It's just...
Yeah, to my knowledge, Shant, that is the interaction. If you have a
Killer Magnus. Let's see if this one gets through.
a regenerative effect that occurs during Overwatch the charge phase, then you still are selectable to fight.
Doesn't wound.
Ow.
Okay. Heavy bolter.
Because the unit begins its move
There's the...
and is then killed.
They got really torn.
Wound from the heavy bolter.
The move has to have been performed essentially, right?
Yeah.
Denied.
If it doesn't end, then I think the game sort of blue
I'll
screens.
just take it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Now you'll deny me cover. Oh, after this, yeah.
1 melt to save on your invuln.
Sure. Yeah, 5 up for these guys. Nope. One Space Marine dice. Bye, Space Marine.
Damage.
Oh yeah, you're not in mental range. Space Marine, yeah.
Castigator will shoot now.
Without, yeah, and they don't have cover because of the pew pew from the other one. Yep.
Correct. Yikes.
Oh no.
2 saves, AP1 ignore cover.
Ignore cover, so kills 1.
Mhm.
Damage 2, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Damage 3, that was the...
Sure.
Priced on sale. Three more saves, AP1 ignore cover.
Wow.
Wow.
Flashback's dice are really hurting him here.
Can't do anything.
Those are some
about this.
terrible hit rolls, and then they make all their saves. Easy game, chat. Just make all your saves. Definitely expected that to be a bunch of dead Rubric Marines, but I guess not today. Don't even need a Demon Prince there for your opponent to miss. They'll just do it normally.
This guy dies very quickly, if you're wondering. That guy, not so much, but this guy.
Celestial Flame in the squad. Do you have any way to fall back and do things?
No, well, do both, but no.
Sure.
There's a potential if Celestine goes down to low wounds,
The 4
you
saves.
could Doombolt her
Or AP3, ignore.
and kill her before the unit activates, and the unit can still shoot.
Four
But
saves, yeah, so just fine.
they'd have limited line of sight, probably.
So 2 die.
Just 1, it's damage 1.
Oh, it's damage 1.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then Mortifier's gonna flame your
Only got 3 rubrics there? Jesus.
Cultist.
that's
5
that's not great.
rolling.
AP 0 or AP 1?
Gonna be 5 saves, AP 0.
Cool. 6 ups, 3 die apparently. Giving you plenty of meat to wonder if I take from the back actually. You'll kill them in melee for sure either way, but curious. Sure, I'll take the 3 back.
Alright, let's fire the Dominions at them then. Send bolter shots hitting on 4s because of your Demon Prince. And moving on 3s.
Sure.
1 more saves, AP 0.
Cool. What's happened to my dice roller? You mind if I roll this again? Whatever's happened
Oh
here.
yeah, go ahead. I didn't look like it rolled, so.
4 die. No, I just like threw the dice everywhere. Sure. So I'll take these 4 front, the 4 at the front.
Charge phase, the Mortifier is gonna charge the cultists.
Yeah. Well, one sec. Arman's gonna use his once per game free ability to do a free stratagem this phase.
Interesting. So are you going to use
And
Overwatch for free here, save a CP?
Sure.
Means Armand loses his free Twist of Fate later on, but probably still worth it because you're not guaranteed to have that guy alive later on.
5.
Question here is if you even charge a Celestine. I think you have to, right? You're sort of contractually obligated.
is that engagement?
1 inch.
No.
But it's not.
Looks like it is not.
0.8. It's fine.
Oh, the
Yeah.
bubble is big.
The bubble's wrong. Yeah.
There you go.
These bases are 25 mil, so I should be able to. If I touch the back of my base, I should be within 1 inch of you because the base is 25 mil, not 1 inch. 1 inch. And 25 mil is less than 1 inch. Yep. You keep going.
Other side of the field, we're gonna have Celestine multi-charge the Shaman and the Aspiring Sorcerer.
Sure. Arman's gonna overwatch you.
Okay.
So gonna do the 8 flamers first.
All right, here it goes.
Um,
The big flamening.
That's all. That's gonna be
Ooh,
3 shots.
that is a great roll.
I'll take 2 out of this, and 2's rolling once. You don't care about AP, right? Past AP 1, because you got 4 up in 1, and ignore cover. So 32 saves, please.
2 saves. You said this is AP1.
AP 1, ignore cover, yeah. So it goes all on your 4 up in 1.
Three ups. 3 up. 3 up.
4 up, right?
Why it's AP1?
Yeah. It's AP 1, ignore cover.
Right, but I'm at 2 up armor save.
Oh, sure. Sorry, these are AP 2, so you're rolling on the 22 first ones, sure.
Gemini. Good. 1. Dies. These ones are all 3 ups on.
So I think, yeah, we start putting saves on Celestine to get the Feel No Pain here.
She's a feel no pain. She's gonna feel 2 of them. And these ones are 4 ups on Celestine.
Mm-hmm.
Feel no pain. Celestine's dead. does come back to life. Cool.
But she stands there, right? She doesn't get to move anymore.
She still successfully made the charge. So I'm not sure when. I guess it
She
didn't
died,
start
right?
the
So
charge,
she
it
gets
started.
placed. She gets flipped at the end of the phase.
Yeah.
So
So she'll still be able to pile into the course.
she got. So at the end of the phase, she. Oh,
Right.
you mean she successfully made a charge?
Yeah,
Therefore,
she still successfully made a charge. So.
Yeah, the Overwatch can't be performed if the charge move hasn't been started. So even if she dies and then respawns, the charge is still successful.
Okay. So she can't move, but she can pile in, correct?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. That's fine. Yeah.
All right.
So I thought she got to move and fight, even though she was dead.
Oh no, yeah, that would be pretty wild. Yeah, it's a weird situation because the Overwatch doesn't do anything. The Overwatch doesn't happen if the charge hasn't already worked.
Sure. Punch away.
Well,
Start-
there you go, chat. Yeah,
Start with the mortifier
absolutely shocked that she didn't take the pole charge there.
into the demon princess
Even if the Infernal Master had shot at her, I think that would have been like a lot of
on fours.
a big risk to take because there is the chance that the Infernal Master just flips Celestine anyway, and even if the Gemini will survive, having Celestine flipped that early in the turn is brutal. But that's huge value from this Rubric squad. Huge value. Being able to jump in, generate your Cabal points, use your Overwatch for free,
It's not
do all your stuff, gets enormous. It's huge.
makes him 6 damage. So this one. And also misses. 1 wound.
But now she's probably just gonna be
Fine.
Doom bolted
And then you can punch.
out of
Celestine is
out of-
now, and she's up with full wounds, and she gets to pile in. Yeah.
the universe. Yeah, here she goes.
In like
So we will get a Zangor Shaman at least. And she can probably engage this squad and maybe blank the Infernal Master's attacks, because he is a little dangerous.
And what's the toughness of the Zangor?
4.
So wounding on 3s. 5 saves in the Zangor unit.
Damage.
2.
5 total.
4 saves.
Oh, 4 stars. Damage 2. So I need to fail 2 of these. So fail 3. So he's dead. Bye bye.
Fair enough. Still sorcerer. Well.
5 attacks. Strength 6. AP 1. Damage D3. Devastating wounds.
I think
3 inches.
yeah, the danger here is if the Infernal Master gets in. But if he's
Is
4 and a bit,
this model? Question? I don't know. Huh?
it's towards the closest and base with anyone.
Sure. I'm cool.
And-
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so he
that's
got
right.
closer to this guy, so that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 4.2. So if this guy bases, I think he gets to move 3 just to touch him, right? Because
Sure.
my bases are 1.3, so I still should be able to touch him. If I get everyone out of the way. Yep, so I punch you with the Demon Prince.
The Infernal Master swing there would be huge because the Infernal Master still has his Glimpse of Eternity active, so he can, if he hits, which he should, at least one, he can auto-convert a Devastating Wound. And Celestine has lost her Feel No Pain now that the Gemini Superior are dead.
8.
So a D3 plus 1 damage Devastating Wound plus whatever the rest of the unit does is it has the potential to be dangerous.
So 3 save.
I'm a little worried here, chats. I think this might be swinging towards Thousand Suns pretty quickly. That Overwatch was a big old deal. If Celestine was full power in this situation, I think she runs this flank, but the fact that she is significantly depowered now makes things awkward.
Yep.
And I think it's up a 6 and that's the last one. Keep the tab.
Cool. Stay in there. Yeah, makes sense.
I love the rapid ingress, by the way, chat.
And then
I think that SgtCrusader was looking for a position to rapid ingress because you always want to be. You're highly incentivized to ingress the Ahriman unit because it's worth so many Cabal points. It's worth 4 Cabal points, and you get then the move plus the double move potentially on the subsequent turn. So in this instance, we got all of that, and we got to flip Celestine over. That's
Almost.
crazy. Yeah.
can't. Then this guy here. And just
The Castigator shooting, I mean, maybe it was significant. Like, it's the bolter guys. Like, I don't know if it's that exciting to be honest.
apparently. So the measurement is 3, but the 3.1. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's capable of getting in.
Yeah, I'm cool either way.
Yeah, he's snap measuring from his cloak right now, so the bases are too far.
Sure. Sure. And this guy needs to be base to base with her, right? The fight's not half an inch and 1 inch or whatever.
Correct, yeah. You have to be base of someone who's base, yeah.
Sure. So I'll just go keep.
Oh, well, I guess there's a universe here, chat.
That's cool.
Didn't realize that the Infernal Master was still snap measuring. I think I have colliderless Infernal Masters, so that they don't do that. But I think that's it. That's an issue with the one in the Force Org mod. Is that I think he has a like full model collider, and so he measures from his miniature, which is not correct.
So,
You measure from your base only. Celestine could have had it. Yeah, I'm shocked that we took the auto charge here, because the other thing to keep in mind, chat.
cool.
Flashback had 3 6s in his miracle pool. He could miracle this charge automatically.
3 times.
This is an automatic charge from back here, and he did not take it.
Doesn't reroll once, but that.
I'm so surprised.
On 3s, not 2s.
Yeah, but
Right.
6s explode. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So 1 misses, but the three wounds as well, because it's strength 6. So 1 devastating and 1 save. So one save AP1.
1 save, 8, 1. 3 up. 3 up.
Oh no, not like this.
2,
53 damage.
gonna see. Roll that.
Gonna be 5. Oh, you're gonna CP, sure.
Into a 2.
into it.
Do we have a?
Damage, he's dead.
No way. The aspiring sorcerer killed her.
If Trevi, if I touch this guy to the objective, can they then move towards them?
No, they have to go to the objective.
They
If
have to
there's
get closer to the
if there's no one that they can engage with the consolidation move, then the unit, then every model can go towards the nearest objective,
Sure.
as long as the unit ends within range.
Cool.
Okay, chat.
Cool. Yeah. So over to me, I guess. No.
Pitch,
The fucking aspiring sorcerer killed her. What are these Thousand Suns players doing? This is why I can't win with Thousand Suns, chat. I'm not big-brained enough to kill Celestine in melee with a fucking aspiring sorcerer.
yep.
I'll roll
Oh my god.
fist in the middle. They boss it, and that's all the morale checks I need to do because the other dudes are dead.
I think that this is SgtCrusader's game to lose here, chat. I think that absolutely collapses this flank. Celestine just dying instantly there
pretty much there.
was so big. Was so big. I gotta say it, I think that Flashback got a little cocky
Storm hostile.
with that move.
Actually,
Putting Celestine in the terrain rather than Miracle charging through it.
and I get 10.
And had he not done that, I think this game looks dramatically different.
And Magnus is going. Oh, we're going to do devastating wounds because why not? And
Storm Hostile Objective Area Denial are the draws for SgtCrusader. That's 2 easy pulls for him.
plus movement.
He could Storm Hostile by dumping rubrics on this terrain feature potentially. This is his objective because he heroically intervened in here, but he didn't kill the Mortifier, to
Transport
be
is
fair.
also a unit of lady.
Correct.
But yeah, if he takes this and knocks out the Seraphim, he will certainly take that objective with Rubric Marines.
This guy.
Plus plus Area Denial is easy because all he has to do is kill the Mortifier here.
One ammo vehicle. Pew, pew.
Armon is a. I think well, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Armon is.
I'll leave them there.
I think in range to just Temporal Surge some shots onto these tanks. Or just set up for a turn. I think we may just Temporal Surge
Start an action, Trevi. Is
the.
that the new thing?
Which question? The
They're
cultists?
in combat. They
Right. Yeah. Correct. They can't begin it. Unless the Mortifier dies, and then you're fine. Which could happen,
backfield.
because it is a vehicle, so we can fire into melee with it.
Move 5 inches.
But yeah, we may just dump the Infernal Master, dump the Temporal Surge onto the Infernal Master, push it up to get the
10.
Storm Hustle objective, and then get some shots into the models on the objective to try to kill it.
Joy. And if I
But yeah, I think it may be that we just run the rubrics into behind this terrain feature and then use them to fight over one of these 2 objectives on the subsequent turn. You're not wrong, but I think that's okay. I think I would take a turn off of Aramon's squad
hold that.
while it generates Cabal points and passively buffs your army. for the low cost of killing your opponent's Celestine. What a trade, chat. You couldn't ask for a better one.
This tank is in the objective, correct? This one isn't, but this one is, right? Is that how it's working out?
Looks that way.
Yeah, that's 7 inches across, I think. So this guy's on the objective. Okay, so I'm trying to kill that. If we try and kill that, you moving 10 does not help one bit. Oh, it's so far away. So far away. Oh, one of the downsides of doing that. I think I had to do it anyway. We can open. Flamer ladies are 1, 2, 3, 4. I presume this is very well screened. It is indeed. Bringing these guys over is not really a crime of opportunity, but still, yeah, that still wouldn't work. Still wouldn't work. Thinking is very hard. He can come and join somewhat the party, right? So if we do +2 to move, he moves here and pew pew, sure. At least he can help out. He can't help out with the double move anyway. 16. Could do some stupid shit. Like put that there. Touch and touch. How much OC you've got there?
7.
7.
Sorry,
Does
8.
that-
Castigators 3.
Okay. Decisions in this life. One of the big downsides of this brick is that it's very slow. Very, very slow. With a double move, I could move Magnus and do my thing, but I don't think I can. I just need to think about this before I full send commit and fuck it up. So, yeah. I think these guys are okay. Sure. Just use the chickens as well. Fire that way. And just get these chickens out, maybe? Can they help? Freeing up the Demon Prince does not a lot, because that would be a 9-inch charge. I think the best thing... Yeah, sure. I think we'll stay with... These are all like damage 3 or whatever, right? So -1 damage, actually. If I move 14 here, it gives me a 6-inch aura. As long as I put Bolter there, I should be okay. So yeah, we'll take the -1 damage this turn. I think it's that. Yep. So it's
And
good
you
to know.
subtracted a dice for the Zangor Shaman, right?
I need to do it now, yes. I've not collected my dice yet. It's at the end of the phase anyway. So 1 blue dice is gone, and all these are in. So the white ones are Magnus, red ones are Araman, which is now in the on the board. Black ones are the Demon Prince, orange ones are the Orange unit, and purple are the Inferno Master unit. The 2 green ones are for the Exalted Sorcerer Disc. That is still on the table. And then 1 Shaman with some chickens that's still alive is the other blue dice. Araman's uses once per game as well, so there's that as well. So he needs to move here. 9 and 5. Rotate. I think that's this gets me awfully close, but these girls can move a lot and do a lot. That's fine. They can move 18 and shoot 12, so 30. But I still think I need something here. This guy could move Yeah, just make it hard for a couple of them, and then that's 25. Yeah, I don't think I can actually push that hard. He could die very easily. It's just 6s and it's devastating wounds, so I can't do anything about that. That's a scary prospect. Yeah, let's back the 9.
Yes, you playing your first official tournament in November.
Move
Any advice?
one.
November is a long way away, my guy. Here's my number one piece of advice. First off, here's my motto. You want to hear some life advice from Tactical Sororitas?
30. It's only
Don't
series.
ignore expectations,
Maybe.
but celebrate results. I think that anyone who goes into a tournament and goes, "Oh,
By
I think I'm going to go 2-1, or I think I'm going to go 3-0,"
18 is
as soon as they don't get to that position, they get disappointed and they get mad. Just take each game as you see it, as you play it, and if you win, then have a little celebration.
Fine.
If you lose, that's okay. Take some lessons from it and come back next time. The other thing, keep yourself extremely hydrated. Filling up a bottle of water every round is huge.
Works.
You'll find that you get fatigued and you get brain foggy after a couple of rounds if you stop drinking water. Lots of water. And also little snacks, little Cliff Bar, little Nut Bar, something like that in between rounds. That's a huge deal breaker as well. I often find usually I drink a ton of water between round 1 and 2, and then round 3 I'll have a little energy drink, pick me up before the game begins, and that's my secret to success. Those are the big ones for sort of tournament going.
going to be just
But I hope you have a wonderful time. And November is a ways away for a tournament. That's a long time, so you'll have plenty of time to prepare.
here.
I hope you have a super good time though, and welcome to the community if you're new to the game.
Cool. So I don't think that's going to work. So
SgtCrusader actually a little low on time here. He's probably fine, but this is top of round 3, and he's burned through an hour on his clock. He could close things out here if he breaks the back of his opponent.
don't worry.
But there is a universe where
It's not going to do
Flashback plays super
armor.
defensively and is able to
Double move. Does he?
do a little timeout here, action. So it looks like we are going to go for the shot on the immolator with Ahriman's unit. So pushing super far forward. One thing that can happen, if you don't just kill everything here, and it looks like Magnus is peeking out to get some line of sight to these vehicles.
This one was screening.
One thing that can happen is you push really far forward, you feel like you're doing really well. You go in with the Rubric Marines, you underswing a little bit, and suddenly all your Rubric Marines are dead.
Here.
Your entire army are just T4-2 wound models with a 3+ save and an invuln save, which is nice, but
Not really.
their characters can be sticky to kill, but the base infantry usually go down pretty quickly. And once you lose a ton of Rubric Marines, it's basically the Magnus show, and he is really good, but a lot of times he can't win a game against an entire army by himself. He can kill a maximum of 3 units a turn if he rolls perfectly. And that can get a little bit awkward if he's wildly outnumbered.
Front.
The Demon Prince will help, I think, a little bit. There's a second sort of resilient unit in the center of the table here.
And this is where the plan.
But we really need SgtCrusader already in the lead. He needs to cement it
is
by basically collapsing this flank here.
from him to that.
If he can kill the Seraphim and he can kill one of these 2 tanks, we have to remember there is a Dominion squad in the simulator, so there's a Melta team over here.
That's all. 6
He has to survive the Seraphim,
dead.
and then if he can do that, he's looking good. But if he loses all these rubrics in a kickback, in a counterpunch, then things could go really
Kill.
sour.
Instigator. Okay. Oh, only got 1 CP.
Be happy if you manage to kill some units. If you're going in with that attitude, you're gonna have a fucking super fun time.
Unless I do
If that's the vibe, then you're feeling good.
exactly what I'll have to do. Right. So 5 for a double move with the Infernal Master. For a 6, just to get enough OC on there. Is that going to be even enough? That's not going to be enough, is it? This guy's going to be fine. Yeah, no, I fucked it. Absolutely fucked it. Good job, Ed. Nice work.
Good job, Ed.
I'm gonna do that because that's pointless. That's it, OC1. Yeah, the only thing
Can you guys hear the players okay, by the way?
I can't kill that.
It is a bit of a quiet guy here.
So he
I
can...
think he sounds okay.
Okay, this sorcerer can see that, so we'll do that instead. So with that sorcerer, we'll do a free strat. We might try to indirect that castigator. Get it? Because right now this is a fucking shit show. Oh my god, playing this late. Okay, sure. So we've done that. Sorcerer in this unit here has a free strat, and then we'll just try and shoot him, I guess, to into that. I don't see anything else to do. Oh, maybe the emulator. We'll see. Okay, so actual shooting phase. These guys can't shoot. Let's start with the demon prince into the mortifier on 3s and 4s. 2 saves, please. AP1 damage 2 on the mortifier.
Pass one, fail one.
Yep.
Take 2 damage. Don't explode.
Cool. Cool. Then the cultists are gonna shoot the battle sister.
Oh, I got a 6 at the start of the battle round after roll dice.
Yep. So it's heavy stabber into the battle sister. 2 saves, please. AP0. So 3 ups.
We're good.
Cool. And then 3 last gunshot. 2 last gunshots. Hey, good work. Okay, and then we're gonna fire. Who's gonna fire first? So we're gonna do. This guy's gonna do the strat onto this, into the castigator. What I wanted. This could be such a fucking disaster. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll spend the CP. We'll cry about it later. To indirect the castigator and take cover off it. Let's start. Pew pew pew, right? So we'll shoot the flamer first into the castigator. Because I can't see anything else. Sure. 3 shots. Nothing. Then we're gonna fire the Infernal Master and Aspiring Sorcerer onto the castigator. Can this guy see you? He can, so the chain cannon will fire at him as well. And all the bolters are gonna go at the immolator. Oh, you can disembark and shoot, right? When I shoot your tanks, is that correct?
Not without CP.
You don't have a CP anymore, sure. So we'll shoot the bolters at the tank then. If not, I would not. And the plasma pistol as well. Overcharging? Sure, why not? So start with the Infernal Master. Overcharging as well. 2d6 onto the Zonk. 7. Yep. And then these are now wounding on force with +1 to wound. Sure. So it's going to be 2 sets of, so 5 saves at AP1 now because you took our mark attempt. So 4 up, signal cover.
And these are, what's the strength of the gun?
7 +1 to wound because they're within 6 of Magnus.
Oh, 7.
Yeah.
So 5 saves. Fail 1.
Cool. So 6 damage.
He's on the Cascader, you said?
Yeah. And then the 2
5.
DD. Yep. The 2 DD smites hitting on 4s. Nothing. And then we've got the chain cannon onto the castigator. The only guy I can see. Oh. And then this is strength 6, so wounding on 5s, re-rolling because you're on objective. So 3 devastatings and 1 save, please.
Fail it. 4 damage.
And then we're going to go with a bolter, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 shots on 3s. No sustained. And then you don't re-roll anything, so just 1 save, AP2 on the immolator.
1 save AP2 goes to AP1. What else do you have to shoot the immolator?
1 plasma pistol.
Just roll this. If I roll a 4 up.
Yeah. So
Hey, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't explode.
No, that's on the immolator. No. These guys couldn't see your castigator. This was on the immolator.
Oh, all this damage on the immolator.
No. All the damage you took is fine. You're down to 1, but the immolator took 1 failed save from the bolters. That's it.
Gotcha. Well,
The bolters couldn't fire in direct, so they
Yeah.
couldn't see you. Cool. And then I guess, oh sorry, the plasma pistol onto the immolator, and then we'll need to roll 2 overheats. Misses, classic. And then we got 2 overheats in that unit. They're fine. Okay, so the only thing I've got left then is Magnus trying to shoot at the castigator. I'm gonna shoot everything. So 3d3 shots. Not great on 4s. Better. And then on 4s. Devastating, so it's dead. Yeah. Okay, so now we've done
Cassie did go down.
whatever I needed to do.
That's the big one. That's the heavy bolter machine that can definitely scythe through bricks if things go poorly.
There, and the demon prince still. I'm gonna try like some crazy charges. I might. Okay. So. Sure. Trevi, is there a way you can make these objectives the what circle thing where it comes up? I want to see if I can touch this vehicle and be on the objective.
Yeah, you can just raise them with the tool.
The vehicle. And I just like.
There you go.
I can't. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So if I charge the vehicle, I should be able to touch the objective and base the vehicle, right? So. And I can't roll less than a 2, so I'd be basing it. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Nice little tool in the FTC map base.
So we'll do that.
Little known fact, you can actually raise and lower the height of objectives.
Uh,
So you can
think-
push them through terrain if you need to,
uh,
and then lower them back down so they don't
it's gonna go on
overlap your
there.
bases. Pretty good now because the Pride Nexus
I don't think so.
terrain sets just have like terrain all over the objectives. So oftentimes you can't see where they are.
So it doesn't actually matter. It's just gonna be here. Not phasing your model. And then we're gonna roll a 9-inch charge from my demon prince onto your battle sister. Nope. And then we'll try. I think it's an 8 from the cultist onto your sister. Hey. It was a 9. Go cultist, go forth. For Cadia, or whatever. Whichever planet you like.
Second time a charm for this battle sister here. Can we get him with the
That-
get her with the cultist
yeah.
close combat weapon?
Yeah. Fight phase. We'll start with the sorcerer, doesn't actually matter. 5 on 2s, sure, and 5 6s, sure. So 1 set devs and 1 save AP1. On the immolator phase.
Fail it.
Sure. So 2d3 damage for 4. And then we're gonna go with the cultist. I think only 2 get to fight. So 2 cultists. Oh, sorry. 4 attacks. 1 save, please. AP nothing. So 1-3 up on the battle system. Yeah, and it's over to you.
Resources alive is the name of the game. Her 1 attack. She hits. She probably doesn't wound.
Yeah, 3 does. Strength 4, right?
No, strength 3.
Strength, no, it's force. Yeah. Cool. And whatever else. Your tank can hit me as well. And it's your turn after that.
2 hits. 2 wounds. No AP.
Sure. Fail both.
You missed my outburst there, chat. The tank just stabs that dude for two damage. Correct. Actually, might mean we lose a sorcerer here to a random immolator. Stand battle line, storm hostile.
Battle line.
Pretty easy, actually. You just gotta run these dudes into the center. You'll get both of those secondaries.
Do those.
We're only scoring 5 this turn for Sororitas, but they'll keep parity and score if they can complete all their secondaries I think that we put this in the wrong battle round. Should be battle round 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, end the battle round 3.
There you go.
Is that where
It was in. It was the score was in for 4.
and the score was what? Right? Did I do it wrong? No, that's fine. Keep going. Keep going. Super.
I think you gave me an angle to go down and flame them. Has to get just see full squad. It's
I don't play Crusade, chat.
unlike
I'm always open. We have a casual LFG in the server for people who want to play more casual games. I would love someone to run Crusade in the server, but I have I have literally no idea how that format works. So I am not the person to do it. But so I don't personally, but I know lots of people on the server do, and we would love more people to play narrative games for sure. I tend to be more competitive, but that's just a personal thing.
these dominions. I'm not gonna stop you. 10. You're on objectives. Is the orange squad burning? Or are they? Yes, no. Okay, we talk.
Did we lose Sergeant Crusader? He's the host of the lobby, so it'd be surprising.
All watch range. And oh, so let's just. This side.
So Dominion squad coming out here. I think that flashback would. This would be a situation where Ian would kind of be appreciative if the Overwatch got used on the Dominions. Because it allows the Seraphim to push forward really aggressively without really having to worry about it. Ian's got, thanks to his Triumph of St. Catherine. Look at that Triumph of St. Catherine energy right there. Getting a 6 every battle round in your Miracle Pool. We can auto 6 advance rolls. So the Seraphim squad can just push super far forward, jump up into a position where they're have a very limited Overwatch on them. The Infernal Master has a very difficult chance killing more than just the Bolter equipped sisters, and then you can Devastating Wound and just flame her into the squad and do a trillion damage.
I think we actually simulator back. Let's just move my Seraphim slightly forward first. Simulate fall back.
Falling back the emulator.
2.
But as Ian said, basically the goal here is to preserve assets. So we're going to try to
Just pay 2 to pivot.
keep stuff alive for the end game here because he does have bottom 5 scoring.
So cover.
Be down to host a crusade. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, hit me up if you want to. If you ever want to run casual events in the server, hit me up and
Happy
Presume you want to see the sorcerers. You
can get you the.
the other way, so the flamers can see the. Because you can see.
Can get you the assistance in the inside the community. Not pushing the seraphim, I guess.
The tank is
Castigator
full.
is gonna just
I'm not sure which side it's
so.
I think that's. Like,
Let's advance the other Castigator. I'm just gonna put a 6 in. It just needs to go.
mm-hmm.
So you're paying 2 to rotate, so it can scap.
Yep.
That's
Did we declare a burn action over here, by the way?
5.5.
No. Did I declare a burn action, Trevi? I don't think so.
You know, there was just Ian was asking earlier, and I think you had stepped away or something.
No. Pretty sure. I think I beat it myself. Yeah, no, I didn't declare that.
Leave him here.
There's time, right? Now that you can do it once a turn, but there's
Don't
still time.
think gonna have an angle on that side. Was
Interesting that the action completes end of the battle. So second player
over there, so let's just
has a huge advantage going second. If they're able to take a bunch of objectives, they could score
we'll just touch onto the objective.
up to 15 victory points bottom round 5, because they could take 2 objectives for 10 and burn 1 more for 15. It's really interesting.
Dialogue is just going forward a little bit, staying off the terrain. We will advance the Triumph. Triumph is going 11 inch, no, yeah, 8, 10, 11, yeah. It's going 11 inches. Home objective is sticky, and you could into it potentially.
What is it? +3? The movement?
Oh, +2, +1.
You got +2/+1. Sure.
Yeah, it's +2 move and +1 to advance rolls. Yeah.
Is it, sorry, I don't know how it works, but it's fine. Yeah, if you've got, that's what you got.
Yeah, she's +2, +1, so
Cool.
just
Yeah, it's +2 to the move and +1 to the advance. So total of 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Cool.
and we're just gonna leave this forward.
I play a little bit of everything personally, chat. I think right now I'm on a Tyranid kick because of the updates. Although, to be fair, with the Invitational, most of my time has been going into that. I also am looking back at running some Chaos Demons now that they got their updates as well. And I also have a Thousand Suns army, I have a Tau army, I have a Grey Knights army. I like playing Space Marines, although I don't have a Space Marine army, awkwardly, but I love playing them.
That's good. Alright, I was talking to myself.
So an Umberlific Crystal still in play here on this Exalted Sorcerer, which is what Flashback is measuring for right now. There are no reinforcements, as we just saw.
Shooting.
Pew, pew, pew.
But the Sorcerer getting engaged could just pull himself out of engagement range and jump over.
Spending anything or just
No, just 8d6.
86? Gotta find the Flame Sorcerer.
Better than last.
Whoa!
And then these
It's like 30 shots. Let's go.
Yeah.
these take 21 armor saves.
Oh my god. Don't worry, guy. Okay. To casual 10 damage to that dude. Rips him off the table. Let's go, Seraphim.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's your shooting phase, right? I'll spend the 6 Cabal points on the orange unit for a free strat.
Okay.
It's all the same.
That Cascader is just going to dump everything into orange. It's going to put its Hunter Killer into
A
middle.
wall of fire for a wall of fire. Yeah, if there's 2 armies that deserve I don't know if there's 2 armies that deserve each other more, to be fair.
You cannot. Do I want to blanket? Was it d6 +1?
Just d6.
Just roll it. It's cool.
I prefer not to.
Sure. So 5.
Bam! Hunter Killer cracks Magnus right in the eyeball. Right in his single remaining eyeball.
Alright, and then all the other shots into the rubric.
Good shot there. Let's go, Castigator. I think that might be what Ian has been saving these 6s for. There's the situations where he said he could use them and to get good results, but it only takes 4 of those to kill Magnus. And we're already 1 down. If he just keeps cracking Magnus with
Reroll. I've given myself a free. Cool.
with
Good stuff. Oh, sorry. It doesn't ignore.
these Hunter Killer shots, then eventually he'll drop down or be low enough
Autocannon.
that he has to play very cagey. Ooh, great shot here from the autocannons.
All wound.
Oh no.
Or 8 more AP1, no ignore cover.
Cool. So 3 ups. Yeah. It's all the same.
Only 2 fail.
I'll blank the last one on the sorcerer in the unit, I think. Or does it not matter?
So here's the interesting thing about this this instance. He's out of coherency currently.
Survive that.
So if you use the free strat to blank the damage, he just dies at the end of the turn.
Stormbolter.
Entire Rubric squad just gets ripped off by the Castigator there. That's what we were expecting to see last turn with the Castigator onto the Bolter squad, but the rolled dice were just not that good.
Squad. Should be just inside 24. We measured it up beforehand. Let me just check. Yep, that's good. Alright. Heavy Bolter.
Shooting the Infernal Master squad, not Ahriman squad, interestingly.
And then
But that would have had to force him to be closer to get rapid fire.
Just cover.
Cool.
Oh, no! This is the turn where the tides turn here.
There we go.
They got away with
That was 9 rubrics just ripped off the table between those 2 shooting steps. And it's time for some heavy bolters, or some autocannon shots.
6 more on your armor.
Indeed, chat. Oh my god.
3 at a time here, I guess. Yeah, I'll take 3 at a time.
That's also interestingly gonna
Kills 1 more.
basically blank the Kabbalistic Ritual we just used here. Could have used that later, but
I'll take 2.
because of the way the dice fell, it actually doesn't matter. It's another rubric down.
Yeah, so that kills the.
Oh my god.
And then the last.
Oh my god.
Blank that. There's nothing else shooting at them, right?
Stormbolter and Hunter Killer.
What a bloody game, chat.
Hunter killer. Sure. Yeah, I'll blank that on the sorcerer in the unit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so using a stratagem to take 0 damage on a Psyker model.
2 wounds, no AP.
Doesn't have to be a character, although normally it's used on the characters.
And then the Hunter Killer.
But interestingly, that does mean that
This is
you can use it on the unit champions.
knowing. Already used your blank. No CP for rerolls. This is just 5 up or lose the squad if I can get it through. I'll CP reroll this. It feels dumb, but into a 1, of course.
Rip.
That's going to be my turn.
Cool.
Is Cassie over here? Oh, sorry. Dominions have to shoot the
Cultist.
cultists.
Sure.
And bolter shots. Hitting on 3s now because still have damage more or less. 4 more saves on them. No AP.
Kills 2, leaves 1.
This one guy!
For them to go.
I'll just shoot Triumph's bolt pistols.
Crusader's like, please, kill this fucking unit.
Oh, come on, dice.
Please kill them. I just want them to go away. Ah, he's gone.
They give me a CP. Hey, they
Did we discard last turn? I don't think we did.
That's all my shooting. I'm not doing any charges. Oh, bring it. I'm just gonna put these Seraphim somewhere where they're like not using the board. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
I appreciate how this is like a pretty tight game, right? Both these players fighting for their terminal lives, but it has been very egalitarian.
Something like that. Cool. Pass time to you.
Cool. If you pass the turn over, put some cards for me. Get 10 primary.
Yeah, so Storm hostile objective dude that scored out last turn, so there was no objective burn. So that was a. I actually wonder if
So discard.
flashback would have been
As in kill units. Cool.
behooved to leave that cultist alive because he could generate CP this turn, but there's a potential that if this coming turn, Sergeant Crusader would not have gained a benefit from that guy dying, but it looks like he did here.
Because I'd like to put him here to give me indirect to kill these ladies.
NC Conroy, dude, this game has been rad.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think
Pick the
Adeptus Sororitas have played a little aggressively. They lost a couple extra units that I don't know if they necessarily needed to, but it's been a back and forth game the entire time.
the Infernal
So I have to say, it's been going pretty well.
morale check. I don't think there's anyone else. Got 2 CP. Because I didn't gain any from the cultists because they're not dead yet. Where's the last cultist?
6 start the battle round.
Oh, they died. Sorry. So sorry. It should be up to 3, right?
5.
because I didn't use my CP last turn. Trevi. Pretty sure I should be at 3. So I've not used anything.
You use 0 damage these guys.
Yeah, so that put me down. Oh yes, and 2 CP now. Sure. Well, anyway, we're out. Feral Master, he's fine. Yes, thank you. Okay, and then this guy needs to pick. Oh, fuck. He was -1 damage. Well, I didn't say anything, so stay -1 damage might not be the most efficient thing to do, but still like a close to 3-inch charge into that if I really want to do that.
Still having a couple issues. Yeah, if you can point out, usually
It's worth. I'm going to be in.
assets that aren't loading typically load in as like a little white ball. If you can point out where those are, I can try to rehost
I think we're going to do a Fiona Pain and 2 Acts of Faith.
the assets if they're having problems. Usually, so the way TTS works, to elucidate people a little bit, assets get hosted either on the Steam Cloud or on another service by a mod, essentially, and TTS basically pulls that the data from that mod or from wherever it's being hosted and loads it into your game. So if the mod that these originally came from is out of date and the service it's hosting the asset is no longer doing that, then it may get broken. There is that can potentially happen. There's also been problems with the Steam servers. Stuff that's hosted on Steam itself usually is good,
That's in my turn.
but unless the creator deletes the mod themselves, deletes the asset, the hosted asset. But there has been a huge
Ladies,
sort of bug.
he's 9.3 away from this.
Sure. It's good
Yeah.
play.
But if you have any issues with specific objects, I can definitely try to fix them on my end.
He'll be on the board, but not.
Usually they'll end up with either something being white because the texture's not loading correctly, or if the collider's not loading correctly or the mesh isn't loading correctly, it'll be a little white ball. And oftentimes when the pop-up comes up that there's an error loading something, there'll be a little
You can see the emulator.
wherever it is will be highlighted in green as the pop-up appears.
This guy here needs to come this way.
But definitely happy to fix those wherever they're cropping up. It's always a growing pain with new map pool, because a lot of the stuff gets stored locally, and so one computer can run it, but if it's not stored online, then it doesn't show up anywhere.
Okay.
So secure No Man's Land, no prisoners drawn for SgtCrusader here, and he did kind of get pushed off of the bottom. He needs to basically kill this Castigator this turn, I think. Otherwise,
give chickens away.
Ian has the opportunity to push back on this bottom side. The Demon Prince might go in, and we may see Magnus turn around and take a shot there. It looks like the Exalted Sorcerer is in a position to get line of sight to the Seraphim here.
Okay. Here. And this Castigator, I mean, it likes really the only place to hide these chickens is here. So we'll see what we roll. We'll roll in advance for them, see what they get. They're not going to shoot anything, so great. So 3, does it keep them safe? I could do this, I guess. I'll just make it look.
Textures of the rocks inside the 2-inch ruins. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll take a look at those. There is also something's going on with... There's trees in that map. And something's going on with those. I have no idea how to fix it. I've relinked the assets, and I've deleted them and reinstalled them multiple times, and I have no idea what's happening. Some people are reporting that they're having errors loading them, but I have no idea what the problem is. But they are meant to be cosmetic only, so if they don't show up, it is what it is. There are no light versions yet, Chad. No.
So your home is sticky, right? Your home base.
Correct.
So you get 5. Probably get 5 on 5.
I think less of you if you lose the light versions, by the way, Chad. Just so you know.
I control this objective, so I could do the action with the chicken. They're advanced. They can't do the action. Good stuff. I think this Demon Princess needs to walk up and start making poor life choices. And that takes me off how many objectives. Not worth it. It really isn't. I think we're going to just come this side. Sure. We're going to touch the objective on that side. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then we're going to end the shooting, end of movement. This sorcerer appears here.
Yeah, if it's a
Phase.
if the issue is a texture, that's really easy to fix. So I can literally go fix that after the stream.
He's not.
This map is also getting some like weird textural issues that I have to fix as well. So there's a couple little bug fixes we have to do.
Sure, go for it.
That's why there's always a little bit for the light maps to come out, because there's always a little things that we gotta fix there.
Good.
Looks like we're gonna try to kill this exalted sorcerer. 3 wounds so far on him. He will get covers. We save him at 3s. This is a little dicey. Plus, SgtCrusader has 2 CP, so he could blank an incoming damage roll.
Cool. 3 saves.
3 saves, AP1, so on your 4-up.
Sure.
Miracled one of these.
Take 2 damage.
Cool.
Okay, can we get an autocannon hit through? Oh!
1.
That's a wound. Do you save it, buddy? He's gonna blank it.
I'll blank it.
Yeah, there it goes.
And then Stormbolter. 2.
Any phase for the damage blank there.
It's on side 12, I don't believe.
Fails it.
Does cost both players a CP though, so I think the CP is probably more valuable for the Thousand Suns than it is for the Sororitas. So
Be sure you roll.
we're probably happy with that as
That's right.
Yeah, so.
flashback still.
So
Say
you want to
nothing.
re-roll that?
No, say nothing.
Sure. Cool. So we'll
And then.
do-
Oh,
Yeah.
and my domains. Do you mind if I do my domains reactive move for the guys inside the wall?
Sure.
They're
Go
just
for
gonna, they're just gonna see if they go 3 inches. That's enough. They're just gonna scuttle back inside the immolator.
Mm-hmm.
Protect them as much as they can.
Sure. So we'll use 6
Yeah, a rogue Dominion squad is always dangerous
of -1
for Thousand Suns. As I mentioned before,
for a double move on arm.
the 0 damage stratagem, that Destined by Fate stratagem, actually doesn't protect against Melta damage.
Clock.
So you can still...
Locked. You won't restart.
What the fuck are you doing?
Shouldn't be. Trevi?
It's like somebody was messing with the clock because it's
Oh,
time has
this
changed
number
over
there.
here.
Yeah, we're editing it right now. You gotta not do that.
Why? The screen says 13, 42, 45, 38.
It's just nope. Good.
Oh, shit. Alright, let me see if I can fix it.
Sure.
Alright, 1 sec, chat. Looks like the players messed the clock here. I'm gonna try to repair it. Apologies. I'll be back in a sec. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. We're live with the T5S2 final.
Do you want me to stop playing or do you want me
a
to
different
continue
faction
playing?
over his time. We have over here in the blue, in the red, spicy matchup for E, regretting his aggressive placement. This game is on such a nice edge that overextends a little and defeats their screen. Right on the floor. 1 Exorcist to shoot left and a 4 in the Miracle Pool. Almost assuredly auto kill. I think if anybody can figure out their way out of this matchup, it will be him. It's going to make it very difficult for the Grey Knights to deal with him. 6 wounds just went through on the Deathwing Knights. 6 devastating wounds floating. 4, 10, 16 plus 5, 21 mortals? Holy shit.
The only number that was added was for some reason it was trying to set my time to an hour.
Welcome back to the stream. We're live with the T5S2 final, who has played many a different faction over his time. We have over here in the blue, in the red, spicy matchup for E, regretting his aggressive placement. This
game is on such a nice edge that overextends a little again, defeats their screen. Two Rhinos on the floor, one Exorcist to shield us, and a 4 in the Miracle Pool. Almost assuredly auto. I think if anybody can figure out their way out of this matchup, it will be him. It's going to make it very difficult for the Grey Knights to deal with him. 6 wounds just went through on the Deathwing Knights. 6 devastating wounds floating. 4, 10, 16 plus 5, 21 mortals? Holy
Cool.
shit.
So we've done all of that. So back chicken's gonna fire on your immolator. 2 hits, 1 lethal. No wound, so one save AP, 1 damage on your castigate on your immolator.
Okay, folks, we're back. Apologies for that. For whatever reason,
Then we're gonna go.
the clock received a reset input. That can happen sometimes. It's a little funky. Unfortunately, the Lua scripting on TTS isn't perfect, so sometimes it receives inputs that
Start with Magnet.
aren't real, especially if it lags or auto saves at the time that you're trying to do something. So putting everything into the Seraphim here to try to get rid of them. We have no prisoners
Magnet's gonna start. It's gonna put
on the table for
to the immolator. So big gun
for the Thousand Suns. So trying to get work done here. That's only worth 2 points though for them.
Sure. So 3 devs and.
Can Magnus see the
saves?
immolator?
Yeah, from the wing.
Oh, up over the top. Gotcha.
Yep. So 3 devs and 2.
That is a short building, unfortunately, so it's easy to see over it with tall stuff.
So that's dies. Yeah, it's a blow up.
No.
Ooh, cool. And then we're gonna fire the big gun from Magnus. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9. On 4s, no rerolls. And then these are winning on 2s. Cool. So 5 saves on the Seraphim, AP1.
Fine, and then you die.
Cool. And then we're gonna fire the Infernal Master onto the Seraphim and the Sorcerer with her. Since you put these girls here, no, it's fine. We're just gonna shoot the smite on the other thing. So the smite on 4s misses, and Infernal Master 2d6 shots, 9.
It's an aggressive spot for that
Sure,
minion
that-
squad.
What is that? 5 dead. And
Would be kind of nice for an Overwatch there if Magnus decides to charge,
minions
but you
are
could
on-
easily charge with one of the Invertebrate Marine squads first.
Pass 2, fail 2.
yep,
Yeah.
so 7 die. Cool. Armand's unit can't see anything, but I'll shoot the little smite and Armand's thing onto the last Seraphim that's left. Both hit. Wounds devastating, so she's dead. And that's 2 points for that. And then what we got left? Demon Prince wants to shoot at something. Can't really shoot at anything. Could shoot at that, could shoot at them, but I've got much more interesting things to do with them. Can the Demon Prince see the Tonk? I don't think he can, right? No. So we're just gonna forfeit that, and the Sorcerer can see.
I wonder if we're to declare some burn actions.
We'll shoot at the Triumph.
We're kind of running out of time to do that in SgtCrusader.
So I'll shoot at the minion.
Can't max primary if he doesn't declare them.
For 4 total.
But it does look like he's in the driver's seat here. We're very quickly running out of range of time for
You're 19 points.
Then, yeah,
for Sororitas to come back on the bottom 5. We need to get some really strong secondary draws because Ian could score a 15 bottom of 5, but he's only getting a 5 this coming turn.
wouldn't actually. Yeah.
So it's looking like
So just
he's going to score an additional 20 points and be down probably.
Sure
Be
and then
down
phase.
probably 5 to 10 on primary, and that's a difficult
We're gonna
hill to
start
climb,
with
especially because it looks like he is down
all the 10 I can get.
on attrition. Because I think we're running out of things that could kill Magnus.
Put Magnus first. So Magnus will roll a charge onto the Dominions. 7.
Yep, there goes Magnus. Clip that unit out. Surprised we put them in such an aggressive position. I think there was a part back here where it was out of range of the flamers.
Yes, possible.
But Magnus could not get that charge. Although, obviously, if Magnus doesn't charge in here, then there is the potential that Ian takes that objective, although it's very unlikely.
So that's that. So the Infernal Master just needs to roll a 4. Demon Prince is going to try a 10-inch charge. Nope. And then the Infernal Master needs a 4. Gets
6 definitely gets him in.
And this guy doesn't matter. He needs to be somewhere here, right? He needs to be 2 inches away. So I presume he needs to go somewhere there. What happens here, Trevi, if this guy potentially was going to be in the wall?
Then you have to. The charge can't end where you're not in engagement range, so that's not a legal position for the charge to be.
Finish here in that donut. Two inches. There we go.
Oh.
That. So I could get closer to the wall if the collider wasn't that shit, right? So I could get in that corner there.
Yeah, right there would be good.
Right there is still at.
But you're
still
yeah.
at engagement.
Sure.
If you use log measurement, it's still there. You're
Okay.
inside.
I'll just flip a 3 to a 6 and just be done with that. And he can now come in here. And they both should be able to finish an engagement range.
Is it Glimpse of Eternity?
Yeah, why
It's-
can't do that?
It's hit, wound, damage, or saving throw.
Oh, okay. So the answer is I can't.
So I think that's a failed charge. Yeah. If the movement made as a result of the charge roll can't end in coherency,
We're
then
burning my time.
it's not a yeah.
Let's just swing in Magnus.
I don't know how relevant of a charge. I guess that pulls that unit out of line of sight of the Castigator here. The Castigator might pick it up this coming turn.
Cool.
So that was probably a relevant charge, but it seemed we needed 1 more inch there. It looks like just because of the way that the physics of the models work. If we kind of awkwardly, if we charged the Infernal Master first, that probably would have been okay.
I'll fail 1. I'll just put a 3 in.
Sure. So there's 1 left.
You said 2 dead, fail 1, so there's
Yes,
2
three.
left.
When time runs out, yeah, SgtCrusader can take no more game actions. He can score points passively, and he can take saving throws and battle shock checks. That's the only thing he can do.
That's it. Over to you.
But his models will just stand there awkwardly.
Be back.
Yep.
Magnus didn't kill the Dominion squad. Whoa!
Once.
Yep.
So you'll get a 5 and a 2.
Secure no man's land I've got, right? So
So 5 and a 2.
I killed 2 things with my prisoners.
Oh, that's right, the Seraphim, yep.
All right. Well, we're down 24 points right now. About to be 19 points. I don't know if this is recoverable from Adeptus Sororitas here, but let's see what we draw. Recover assets. Establish Lochius. Can do it in the middle with the remaining Dominion squad. I think, pretty easily. Or this Battle Sister, if she passes her Battle Shock check. Recover assets is a bit of an awkward draw because that is a full round action, and I don't think we're in a position to do full round actions very well. Actually, might not be that bad. Dialogus back here is pretty safe. She can do it outside the deployment zone. Did we not try to recover assets earlier? I feel like we did.
I think I'm going to get rid of 4 assets. ICP. Overwhelming force, okay.
That's easier.
Much easier.
Overwhelming force, very nice.
Let's go ahead and just move this Castigator here. I just want to be able to See the chickens.
Sure.
Oh no, it was containment is what we drew. The two action objective that we drew earlier.
Oh, battle shark for my dominions.
I remember the discussion happening, but I don't remember the objective.
Just fall them back to combat. Minions would need sizable advance to get onto the middle, but that doesn't matter because you're still going to be able to get a 10 by just holding over there, unless I kill Magnus, which seems very unlikely.
Yeah, you're out of hunter killers as well, right? So and it's all -1 damage against him.
Let's just this. I have to- So where's it? My squad is basically in position at this point. What should they do about it? They should double move back in, but just what it is. Let's advance my Dialogus. 10 inches. Establish. Let's get a 2 on pretty easily. Oh, this battle's straight back to shock, so let's roll that. Let's see if she's do this. She's
That's unfortunate.
so we'll do that with my dominions.
Failed the shock test on the Singleton sister, who could have just run up and grabbed that objective really easily. Ripperonis.
Dominions are going to go forward to do establish locus.
Yep. Press the button. Makes sense.
And they're strung out here for a reactive move. When someone moves up to them, they can move back d6 inches. So the long and thin line allows them to get in back inside the L terrain here more easily.
Don't even- Castigator can see all of Magnus. I guess I could just try and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Inside 12, so we get at least 5s on the heavy bolters. It's not nothing. Let's go ahead and not officially putting them there. I'm just trying to see where your Overwatch range is.
It's 18.
Oh, true. And there's nowhere I can really hide them from the Infernal Master.
No. The entire objective is covered by his Overwatch.
That's in. Just go. Let's see. Where can I put these idiots that isn't good? Just be honest. "12 inches off the tip of Magnus's spear is there, so that's probably what I'll do.
Mhm.
Just put the flamers.
That's still 18, right?
Flamers there. I'm trying to see if there's a spot that I can put them where they're not going to get Overwatch. Do it like this.
There probably is, yeah.
I think if I do that, you can see the tip of your spear. It should be out of line of sight of your
Sure.
master. So they'll just jump over here like so. And then that. Have to do that. Yeah, that's probably about as good as I can do. We'll start shooting. Castigator's just gonna shoot everything at
Yeah,
their.
sorry, these chickens are gonna move after you get close to them. So if you want to pass the time to me.
Oh sure.
And they're gonna move d6 for 6. And they're gonna scurry right out of your line of sight. There we go. And I'll do.
Okay, that sucks.
Gonna put
Forgot
them
they
outside
had
of one
that.
inch of the wall.
Anyway, Castigator into Magnus.
Yep, go for it.
All are gonna hit.
Yep.
Winning on 5s, but twin linked. We're just going to sub 2 6s in, so that's going to be 5 AP1s. I can see all of Magnus, so we'll cover.
Sure.
3 damage each.
Yep, so down to 2, so 4 damage. Oh, fuck. Just killed Magnus, sorry. don't
That's one way for Magnus to die, chat.
kill the game. He was at 11, he goes down to
7?
5 minus. Yes. Thanks, Trev. Wow.
We're gonna put that on Sergeant's time there.
So, there we go. I had to re-roll a save. I don't know if you care that I use it or not. But I presume-
Just the classic delete your own warlord.
Bolters.
Who needs it?
Bolters, bunch miss, 5s.
You hit on 4s, yeah? So 2 of those miss as well.
Is even the 6 of the.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Roll these. Alright, so it would take. Just 2 out of them. So.
Yeah, you fell 2. Yeah, you've got 4 2 wounds.
One
One
save.
more. Fine.
Stormbolter. Oh,
Flame, that's okay.
the Seraphim will flame Magnus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not what we need here.
1.
Just 1 save, AP1. Draw cover.
It's fine.
Cool. Just
Yeah.
flip 6 inches away.
I'm surprised by this move here. I'm a little surprised this Castigator didn't push to the side of the table over here. I don't think the Fate Caster or the
Castigator. They couldn't see advance. Never mind.
the Enlightened
Took it back to the advance. They didn't do that. But still get a 10.
can't hide if you peek around the corner over here. There's no way for them to get inside the building because they're mounted. So that would have probably picked him up.
This seems
It was a little like, I don't know, maybe an aggressive position for
killing things an objective.
Ian, although he is holding for bottom 5 here.
In our objective.
And there's, I guess, no way that he prevents the
Objective, so that's that.
the 10-point primary from happening.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm pitching overwhelming force for.
So Crusader can just sort of run into the corner here
I
and
mean, the score. I just burn. I think I just need to pick something. to burn.
declare a burn on the top objective.
If I declare it with those chickens, it's not.
They
gonna
would
work.
just die. Yeah.
Pick something else.
So he'd probably get an extra 5, and then Sororitas would score 15.
Pick.
And I don't believe that there's really any way that Thousand Suns lose from here.
Magnus gonna be +2 to move this turn.
Is he battle shocked?
No, he's a roll. So let's roll for Magnus.
Ooh!
Shocked. So we'll spend the CP for the Infernal Master. So, do I need it? No, I'm holding 2. That's fine. So just I'm gonna roll for the Infernal Master. He's fine. Yeah, and then we're just gonna do some missions. So I think All we need to do, overwhelming force, defend stronghold. Yeah, I think kill those ladies, kill these ladies, and that's it. So let's do. Let's put Magnus here. Armand's unit is going to move 5 inches into the objective.
I think it's mathematically impossible that I can win. So
I think so, yeah. This guy should move 9, but it doesn't matter.
so we can just call it, man. It's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It's mathematically impossible I can win. There's
no reason to play it out if the
I don't think you can make
the game can't flip there.
No, I literally can't.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you wanna,
Yeah, it's.
I'll just draw your 2 cards for prosperity. And,
It's fine.
Trev, you got the score?
Yeah, GG guys. I'll get the result in real quick here. Well, congratulations on taking it down. I think
Fine. I'm gonna get crushed with.
you get to play against Knights again. Yeah.
It's gonna be another soul crushing defeat. That map is wild. Is crazy. The lines are so. Well, look, if you could roll 4 ups, right?
Just roll 4 ups. Easy game.
It's yeah. So far, Magnus I think has failed all the saves he's rolled in this tournament, but 1. So, yeah. Hopefully the luck comes back because he's failed every single fail. I think he's like made 2 this game. But,
He made that one against the hand flamer, so that's good.
yes.
He also made 3 out of 5 against the autocannons, right?
There you go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't make inbuns rather than armor saves.
Yeah, it's the armor's too strong. The invuln,
It
no,
was just. Yeah.
it's like a 6-up.
No, but I think the Knights are going to take it. But I think it's cool that Knights are making it to like the grand finals. I mean, I'll play the game, but
Yeah, with that attitude, they for sure are.
but I think I think it's cool that like a list with 3 big Knights is making quite a lot of inroads in the game because I think 3 months ago that was impossible.
Right. Yeah. And Thousand Suns were like so bad for them, right? Because they just got to wander up the table and do nothing and then
I think
get vaporized.
Like such a bad matchup, BT Suns, because all your weapons wound on 2s, rerolling 1s. So it doesn't matter if they stand on objectives or not. It just becomes painful, I think, because you do so well against T3, like 3-up save.
Sure.
As a weapon profile generically, they could do a lot of damage back, the sisters, but if you touch all the right things, then it's like it was like that little cheeky charge with the sorcerer on disc, right? Now that means that melter guy, that emulator, can't advance and put like 4 melter shots or whatever into Magnus's face.
Right.
And I think that kind of stuff is playing T-Suns aggressive, which I know is not the norm, but it's cool.
Yeah, when you can threaten Overwatch onto like relatively squishy models, sort of very consistently, I think that's where the rubrics start to like go crazy.
That thing about putting Iron Man here, I thought it was an absolute disaster because, I was giving this unit was never going to get back into the game, but I thought it was worth it.
No, for sure, because I think if Celestine pushes in there, like it challenges the Infernal Master or something and clips him. Or even just kills all the other characters and engages the big unit. She doesn't die to these guys. If she has Gemini Superior in response, they get stuck in melee, and suddenly like this whole flank sort of like falls apart. And I think being able to nip that in the bud,
I think it was
huge.
Overuse of resources to use the free one on Araman, but it allowed the Demon Prince to heroically intervene.
Right.
Also swung the objective because he's OC3, right? So you know that you're going to keep that regardless, so now you don't care if you lose the home to some weird crazy ass like Celestine charging, doing some weird shit. Because he wasn't going to die from like he could take damage. It's T11 or T10.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Would you have if you didn't have Ahriman, if you didn't have Ahriman available to Overwatch there, would you have Overwatch with the Infernal Master himself onto Celestine?
It's a funny question. You probably do because you're taking attacks off. But she doesn't die, right? Because
Right.
she like Inferno Master does, especially this one, is 2 or 3 attacks that do a lot of damage. But with the 4-up Fill No Pain, you don't push through. Whilst that was, here's 33 dice rolls into a 4-up into a 4-up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just wondering because, like, I think the curious question is if Celestine's better off just miracling the charge. Because there were 6s in the miracle pool, right? She could have just stood in the back and then auto charge here.
I think so. Yeah. Then I don't. Well, then maybe I try to find. Like, it depends on where it lands.
Yeah.
You end up like trying to do like a little triangle here. But it gets very complicated because if she's out of line of sight, then I go the other side. Then I put these guys in front of that castigator that was there. Yeah. There were some options for these guys, but that seemed like
Right, for sure. Yeah.
a bit like that chess game where someone does like a check to you, and then you block it, but you also check them.
Right. Yeah. Like, you have enough options, for sure.
Yeah.
And that is the power of Kabbalistic rituals, too. Is you can always, like, sort of reinsert yourself into a position that's good.
Yes, and I think it does. Like the army does quite well just against sisters in general. I've played a lot. I know, Random Player. He plays a lot of sisters. We play weekly.
Yeah, he's great.
It's probably one of my most practiced matchups as well. I know what kills me and what doesn't. And the reality is that the scariest unit was the one that I killed here. That one with the melters that do sustained lethal. I was very surprised they came out of the building. Because if they don't come out, I think I don't kill them, which means I don't score assassinate.
Well,
Also means
assassination wasn't a known quantity at that point, right? Like, do you push that hard for them if you didn't draw assassinate? Probably not, right?
not that hard, but I do the same with the green unit. Like, I don't throw Magnus on top of. Like, I don't throw the
Sure.
extra source into it. That was clutch, like touch and go to kill that one.
Yeah. When Magnus flubbed, it was like, oh. Did we lose the Rubik squad and Magnus? And a shot for Magnus and just for nothing, but
It was like the Rubik squad exactly killed the unit. Which
Yeah.
As well, that you had to pick one of the 2 characters.
Right.
I was like, well, at least the other one you get rerolls. You have to spend more resources, but at least you like get the rerolls from the Rubik unit.
Yep.
So
definitely.
I don't know. It's always a tough game with T-Suns. You always end up having like a huge headache afterwards because you're like, did I miss like 150 things?
Yeah.
Probably yes.
Yeah. There's always more optimization you could be doing. You just have so many options,
Sure,
so
I
many
think this
choices.
Demon Prince could have burned this objective like 3 turns.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
But it's been fun.
Cool. Yeah, thanks guys for the game. Crusader, congratulations on the win, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah, you can watch the Thousand Suns crazy defeat. You'll be there.
I'm excited. I mean, you've talked up how hard you're going to lose. Now I'm excited for all of the weird strategies you're gonna come out to win.
Competition of how less points I can score.
Yeah.
Points if you
it's
faint points as well.
It's your opponent's job to try to get you to score as many points, like, by accident as possible.
I'll drop models untextured, so you give me a.
Just remove their texture, model textures. Fair enough, dude. Have a good one.
Okay, and bye.
All right, chat. That's going to be it for us today. So that is 1,000 Tons making it forward into the finals of the group. Thanks, everyone, for watching.